Hi everyone, welcome to TVON. Happy Friday. My name is Joyce and thank you so much for being here with me on this fabulous Friday evening. Today we have, again, a lot of the big boys because, you know, the sale has been going on for quite a while now. Don't know exactly when it's going to end, but, you know, in my heart I feel like it might be ending soon. So just wanted to bring out a lot of our big boy pieces and just, you know, give them a fair chance at our 10% off customer appreciation sale here. So, you know, our largest, I think at this point, color change diaspore. Bluing block the Tanzanite earrings with Asher cuts that, you know, the stones themselves are pretty sizable, as well as a piece that has not been here in, I think, over a year at this point. And that is our largest GIA certified Andalusite inner ring. So those are here. I have brand new Mandarin garnets. I have several gent rings today actually, so very lovely to see that. And in case you saw my little mini collection last week of, you know, mix and matching with different colored gemstones, I had a Tanzanite with a paraiba. And granted, it was a smaller piece, a smaller pendant, right? But if you wanted something just a little bit larger today, I do have something else as well. Still bluing block the Tanzanite, a fancy cut with a paraiba in the bail. So love to see that. I also have black opal, you know it. Mahenge pink spinel. I feel like that's one of those stones that we haven't seen too much of in this sale event. So I did bring out two options today. They're both fabulous stones. I have a carat 52 and a carat 97, so I just couldn't resist. I mean, I saw the stones, I saw how bright and neon the colors were. You know, do you ever just look in like an entire tray of jewelry and like one piece pops out at you? Yeah, that was these Mahenge pink spinel, so that is why they are here. And so much more to get to. I do have smaller bluing block Tanzanite earrings as well if you're not interested in like those, you know, the big boys. But I do have something smaller, something everyday wearable. Love to see that. And that's enough yapping from me. Let's get right into it and take a look at our very first item of today, which so happens to be a cat's eye chrysoberyl. And love to see it. This is going to be 1125535. Gonna put on my glasses so that I can actually see. This is going to be our lovely cat's eye chrysoberyl. It is our carat 12 center stone, and I just have to say I absolutely love how clear, how sharp that cat's eye is. I mean, I have seen some stones here and there where, you know, no matter how bright, how intense the light you shine on it, the cat's eye is, you know, it looks like it's a little nearsighted, right? But not in this case. It is sharp, right? I don't even have to say it's a cat's eye. You know, chrysoberyl, you just look at it, you're like, oh, there's the cat's eye, right? It's also got 21 points in diamonds in that lovely textured design. I particularly love, you know, how this piece was, you know, ultimately put together because, you know, with the cat's eyes, they're a cabochon cut. The stone itself is smooth. And then when you put it with a mounting such as this, where it's like textured in a way, I mean, that just provides the perfect backdrop for a piece like this. And of course, $19.99 is not going to be your price on this one today. And please do remember, whatever price I end at, you are still taking an additional 10% off. So again, just keep that in mind. You know, every day I wake up, I'm like, wow, are we still doing that 10% off sale? Like that is crazy to me. Like how much we are losing and how much you guys are saving. So love that for you guys. And hi everyone, hi G, hi Carolyn and Julie and Ginger. And of course, everyone watching on YouTube and our website. Now, I didn't go too crazy with the big boys this week, you know, just a couple here and there. Requests are, of course, welcome. And again, I know a lot of these pieces I show, they're, you know, a little bit crazy. You know, they look like they look like I've stolen them from a museum. But if there's anything you guys want to see, you know, please do not hesitate just to, you know, ask. And if you want to see it again, I can, you know, we can see if it's available in the back, bring it out. But if not, or do our best to, you know, find something similar here. But this cat's eye chrysoberyl, man, I mean, just look at it, right? I'm just gonna hold it here. You know, although I do love how quiet this new wheel is, I kind of do miss the sound of the old one, but I mean, just look at how sharp and how clean that cat's eye chrysoberyl is, and also take a look at it on the hand, because this is an everyday wearable style, even from here. I mean, you saw it up close. If you have this style mounted, you know how detailed it is. You know how textured it is. You know how, you know, you look at it and you actually have to sort of focus in on it to kind of like see what's going on, right? And yet from here, you can very clearly see your center stone. Again, the contrast, the smoothness of the stone versus the, you know, semi-textured nature of the design of the mounting. You know, it is perfect. It is perfection in a cat's eye chrysoberyl ring. And if you wanted to change the gold color, if you wanted to push that contrast, if you wanted to switch it over to the white gold, we will do that for you, no problem there. Point is though, this is not even going to be $999, which again, that is crazy. We are still taking off the 10% at checkout. This is insane. And hi Kelsey, happy Friday. I mean, just look at it from the side to cabochon stone. It's going to have like that droplet shape where the back of the stone is flat, the front is curved. But I mean, just look at it. The design, you know, it ends perfectly right there where your fingers meet. You know, you don't want it to be, you know, all the way around, because it is a little bit textured. You know, if you're super sensitive to that, I don't want you to, you know, wear it and it feels uncomfortable, right? So, I mean, you wear it, it's comfortable. It's mirror finished gold where your fingers meet. We will still size it for you, true to size on this one. I just can't get over, you know, the pairing here, the stone and the mounting. I just can't get over it. But it's not gonna be even $899 either. Again, I only got one of these. Pretty much everything, if not everything I have up here today, I only have one of. So if you like something, do call in early and grab it for yourself, because I cannot recreate this. And let's go back up close here and take one last look at it before we get it down to its lowest price here. Again, the sharpness of that cat's eye chrysoberyl, I just can't. And what it looks like from the side too. Again, this is such a clean stone and true to size here, of course. I love how, you know, the inside of the ring too, it looks so luscious. I mean, that is gold, yes, you know, you expect gold to do that, but you know, there's something about it where you just see, you know, the light reflecting off of it where it just looks so good, it looks so smooth. And if you would like to get a cat's eye chrysoberyl, maybe add it to your collection, we're gonna make it $888 today for the very first caller who says yes. And again, do not forget, do not forget that we are still taking 10% off at checkout. I'm gonna have to try to figure out this wheel here, but it's a nice, you know, I'd rather have one wheel than no wheel, but hi Amy. Yep, that's what Fridays are all about. So $888 on this one. Again, I just can't get over this. I mean, cat's eye chrysoberyls, you know, don't really catch my eye on a day-to-day basis, but there is something about this stone in particular where I'm like, okay, you know, we all have to take a good look at this one because it is fantastic. So let me know on this one, $888, and of course still 10% off at checkout. And next up I have a stone that I admit did trick me, because I looked at it and I was like, oh hey, that's a really nice, you know, Alexandrite. It is not an Alexandrite. I was fooled by my brain, you know, I just took one quick look at it. I saw how saturated the stone was, I saw how clean it was, and you know, we have a lot of green gemstones here, but nothing quite like this. And it's not Alexandrite, and if your next guess would be Congolese tourmaline, it is not the Congo tourmaline. This is going to be our pear-shaped green paraiba. I know, we've seen a lot of these in the last couple of weeks, but this one, I mean, one look at it and it caught my eye. A lot of these pieces here, you know, they are eye-catching. You know, we are TVON, we have high expectations, and even a stone like green paraiba, you know, we have our expectations. And when you just look at it, does this look like any other green paraiba that you've seen so far? I mean, this to me, and I see everything, pretty much everything. This looks so much, unique, so much more unique from every other green paraiba that I have laid eyes upon. This is our 72-point center stone, white, yellow, or rose gold. If you want to change it, go right on ahead. I love it personally in the white gold. I love how, again, how unique this color is. It's a green stone, but it's also not just a green stone. There's like a very faint hint of a blue undertone in this. And, you call it green, like it's mostly green, but it's not, it's so hard to explain, but this is not just your average green gemstone. This also has 44 points of diamonds. I love this mounting. I love how, the diamonds are burnished into the band on one side, and then you have, pear shapes are very difficult to work with for rings because of how asymmetric the shape is. But here you have something that is perfect, and it is item number 5303, brand new today. I only got this one, and when you see a lot of these stones, it's so easy to, get used to it, and then you see another green paraiba and you're like, meh, right? You're like, that's just another green paraiba, right? Nothing new, right? It's like, it's whatever. It's just another green stone. But then you look at this one and suddenly it's like, okay, you can see how this one is different from the others in terms of, the cleanliness of the stone, the color saturation, the intensity too. This is not some washed out stone. $39.99 is where this started at. And again, this is out of all of the stones I've seen so far, which, my opinion, this is the most unique one that I have laid eyes upon. Again, love it in the white gold. Change it if you would like. I love the mirror finished look here. And it is still paraiba. And where we are taking this, I do not expect this to stay throughout the rest of the show. Again, do not expect me to find, another stone that looks quite like this in the back. It's not going to happen. Instead of even $24.99 on this, I really want this to go out the door because, again, look at how unique it looks. It should not stay here. $24.99, that's, a fair discount from that initial, $4,000. And here is what we're going to do. We're going to do something even better. And that is, we are going to make this $19.99, but not only that, you are still going to take 10% off of that $19.99. And this is not a small stone, by the way. I mean, take a look at it from the hand. Okay, from here, do you guys kind of see how I initially thought that this was Alexandrite? Because the color of this, I just thought that I laid eyes upon the most gorgeous Alexandrite, but I saw the price, I was like, whoa. Look, I took another closer look, and I was like, and then I kind of, changed my mind. I was like, maybe it's a Congolese tourmaline, right? And then I looked at the bag, and I was like, wait a second, this is green paraiba. I mean, just look at how beautiful the color is for only $19.99. I just cannot believe it. And again, I just love the band. If you like a slightly wider band, such as I do, I think this is perfect. Everyday wearable, not overdone and not, just a plain, gold and diamond band. You can wear this every single day. If you wanted to stack, other rings around it, I say go ahead and do that. But this is just a piece that you can have so much fun with. You can wear it, with other pieces, wear it alone, wear it however you want. But just know that this green paraiba is a one of its kind. I do not have another stone that looks quite like this. This is where you get top quality material. It does not matter what stone you are looking for. It does not matter if you're looking for, plain white diamonds. TVON is where you shop, and that is for a reason, and that is because of our quality and our prices, and of course, honestly, the sale events that we do, right? Where else dares to do a 10% off everything you see sale, for this long of a time, right? Only we do. So call it now, grab it while you can, and let's bring it back up close and take one last look at it here. I never would have thought that I would miss the the crunching noises of the wheel, but it feels so quiet up here now. And hi, Miss S. Yeah, hope you're doing well. And do not push yourself, please. Take some rest. Get some rest. get some rest, and hope you're well. And let me know on this, 1999. Pear-shaped green paraiba that looks like that. I mean, I just cannot get over that color right there. Do you guys kind of see what I'm seeing there, where it's, you know, it's green, yes, but there is like some bright blue paraiba-like flashes coming through in that stone. It's just, it's so unique. It's not like sapphire, it's not like peridot, right? This is different. This is way different from every other green paraiba that I have seen so far. And again, if you would like to grab it, it is here for the time being. If you have any requests, you want to see some, you know, other options for the green paraibas, we can of course bring it out here. But again, this is it. This is green paraiba. This is my choice. So let me know if you'd like to grab it. And I don't know if it's too early for this, but I did mention some bluing black Tanzanite earrings with the Asher cuts. And I'll just, you know, yell out the carat weights first, because I know that these are not small stones. They are quite significant. So if you are looking for a pair of bluing block Tanzanite earrings, I do have a pair, Asher cuts, and the total weight on the stones is 3257. So if they were split evenly, approximately each Tanzanite would be 1628. So that's how you know that these are not small stones, and you know, it's got a simple halo, diamonds on the lever backs, that's it, right? So again, I don't know if anyone may be interested in seeing them. I understand that, you know, even for earrings, I'm like, okay, wow, that is quite a, you know, quite a piece here. But let me just grab one of them and just kind of flash it here. So again, not sure if anyone is maybe looking for, you know, a large pair of bluing block Tanzanite earrings here. Honestly, I would just get it for the stone. Like, I do not really mind, you know, if it's in earrings, rings, a bangle, whatever, but I would just honestly get it for the Asher cut stones, because historically here at TVON, you know, Asher cut bluing block Tanzanites have been the top favorite, and they have been the most difficult to keep. And so again, we don't see earrings too often, especially not in that size. If you're just interested, let me know. And hi Tracy, hello, hello. Happy Friday. I do also have Grandidierite today. Not sure if anyone you know, woke up on a Friday evening or Friday morning and, you know, thought of Grandidierite here, but I have a smaller stone, but I also do have a larger one, but they are a little bit different in terms of the color. So let me know on this green paraiba here. And next up we do have this gorgeous Grandidierite. This is gonna be 1122602. And I mean, it's like, this is one of the rarest gemstones out there, and it looks like it's sitting in a tiara for your finger, and honestly it deserves all of it, if not more. This is our 29-point baguette Grandidierite, 39 points total weight of your white diamonds. Change the gold color if you would like. I personally would 99% recommend it in the white gold. If you really want to change it, my next best opinion would be the yellow gold. But you know, with how unique this color is, I mean, just keep it in the white gold, right? You just look at it and it's such a unique blue. It is so bright. This is one of those stones that, by the way, from Mother Nature, that means that it is naturally included. I mean, just look at that stone, right? It is a small stone, yes, but even a stone as small as this deserves to be set in a way where you can wear it every day. It's not going to get lost, you know, in a sea of diamonds or in a sea of gemstones. You know, it is perfect. And it is here today. If you are a collector, today is your day. This is not going to be $39.99. And let me actually reach on over and grab the other one. Now, the other one I have here is a carat 14. It is going to be a little bit of a darker stone. So we've seen a lot of, you know, variety in the Grandidierites here and there. But you can see how this one has more of that greenish color to it. And you can see that it is darker. So compared to that, still Grandidierite, but very different in terms of appearance. Again, I personally like this one, this brighter blue, but I'm just glad that we have options here. So if you, prefer to have that deeper, darker, color to it, I mean, this is a perfect option for you here. But again, personally speaking, out of what I've seen, I do prefer this, lighter, brighter blue, but still very eye-catching. This ring right here is not even going to be $19.99 today, which do not be fooled. Just because I am discounting it does not mean that this is, some below average gemstone. This is still collector's materials. This is a stone that we do not have here that often, if at all, right? We had like one parcel of these stones, and that was it. And how long ago was that, right? We don't see these every single day. It's not gonna be $19.99. Call me now if you would like to grab it. We're gonna make it $16.99 to the very first caller who says yes. And again, look at this color. How bright it is, how honestly neon it is. Take a look at it on the hand as well. You can wear it however you like. This is one way to wear it. And again, 29-point center stone. It is not a large stone, but look at the presence it has on the hand. You do not look at this piece on the hand and suddenly you're like, oh, where did my stone go? It is gone. I have to look for my Grandidierite. Absolutely not, right? You just look at it and then boom, it is right there. And $16.99 on top of that, you still get to take 10% off at checkout. This does not happen, but this is TVON, where the impossible happens. Let me flip it around here actually so you can see what it looks like the other way around. If you wanted to wear it like this. I mean, again, no matter how you look at it, it is going to be a bright stone. You're gonna see it. It's not like some of the, the Brazilian paraibas that I've seen here and there where, I honestly think that it's a little too small to set, where it quite literally looks like a speck of dust. But here, absolutely not the case. $16.99 on this one, let me know. And I agree, G. She says, what that Grandidierite lacks in size is more than made up for in beauty. Absolutely. Again, this is not a large stone, but just look at how beautiful it is, right? And $16.99 for the entire piece. That is just insane. Let me know if you'd like to grab it. Let's go back up close here and take one more look at it. There we go. $16.99. Call me if you'd like to take it here. And I know, if you're close to us, then it seems like shipping is a lot faster, which is great. Some of these packages I wish that I could, just hand deliver on my way home, but call me on this one, Grandidierite. If you want to see the other one, let me know, of course. And just know that it's going to be a larger price tag just because of, again, the size, and it's got, carat 96 of diamonds. It is in the saddle ring, of course, but love to see it. And next up, speaking of loving to see something, I have, we're gonna move away from the goldens, the greens, and the blues, and actually kind of go a little bit back towards the goldens, because next up we do have yet another private collection Mandarin garnet. I just cannot stay away from these stones. I mean, I love the private collection. I feel so lucky that I get to, shop the private collection, look for stones for you guys, right? But I have been in love with our private collection Mandarin garnet, and I am so glad and so thankful that, that the private collection is even open for, to give you guys this opportunity to shop, the top quality material, because, you can't just walk into a jewelry store. You can't just, call into, I don't know, another network and be like, hey, I want to shop, ownership's private collection. Like that does not happen. Here it is, 1125495. This is private collection. I mean, just look at it, right? I do have another Mandarin garnet, and it's in a saddle ring. I think I flashed it last week. But you can very clearly see the difference in quality, right? This is also Mandarin garnet. You can see how included it is, which, by the way, no problem at all. But then you look at, you know, once it comes back around, and then you look at this ring and how pure that orange color is. You know, for the longest time, I thought that this was the perfect orange, right? I thought that this was, you know, the perfect Mandarin garnet. And then you just look at that and suddenly it's like, oh, there actually is a, you know, higher level of Mandarin garnets that we have never, you know, even seen before, never even thought of. Like, I would have never even thought that Mandarin garnet can look like this, truly. And I've been around a lot of gemstones in the last couple of years. You know, I thought I've seen it all, and clearly not, because this is truly what Mandarin garnet is all about. This is our 210 center stone. And I don't know if anyone has, you know, even a guess as to how much diamonds this has, but this has 77 points in your VS diamonds. It does not look like it because there is also a gold halo, a designer-like gold halo around your center stone. This is one of those pieces where you cannot just, you know, look at and just assume, you know, 77 points of diamonds, that's it. There is gold in this piece, and, you know, not just a little bit of gold, you know, plain traditional band on the back, yes, but when you look at it from the front, that entire kind of like a star or a sun-shaped halo, that is all solid 14K yellow gold. If you really wanted to change this to, you know, the white gold or the rose gold, we will be able to do that for you. But again, I just love it in the yellow gold. Again, it's reflecting all of the yellow gold, but I just love how warm this piece looks, how large those diamonds are too. And, you know, I have not seen this style before, but I am very quickly falling in love with it. But here's what we're gonna do. It's not gonna be $59.99. Again, private collection, you can see it, you know. I went to art school, I'm very picky with colors, right? And believe it or not, the saddle ring that I had flashed, you know, I looked at this for the longest time and I was like, wow, that is the perfect orange, which this is still orange. But then you look at that and suddenly it's like, oh, that, that is orange. And I just can't believe it. Again, the saddle ring is gonna be coming up, you know, later in the show. If you wanna see it, you know, after this, let me know. But Julie says, that's gorgeous, and I'm not generally a Mandarin fan. Almost gave me an asthma attack. I mean, don't you just love it when some of these pieces just gives you, like, you know, a physical reaction, right? You know, for me, I just mindlessly just reach out with my grubby little hands and just grab these pieces and try it on my hand, but like, right? When these pieces just give you a reaction, like in a good way, like that's how you know that this is top quality material. It's not even going to be $29.99. I should really stop there, especially when you take a look at it on the hand, because this is, again, not a small piece. A lot of it is because of the gold and how it kind of branches out to give the overall piece a larger look, right? I mean, just look at it. That is pure orange. You can see how much gold is in this piece, and the 77 points of diamonds, again, it is not set like it's only 77 points of diamonds, but it has such a larger presence about it. If you're not one for, like, you know, you love a larger design, but you don't want it to be covered in like 5 carats of diamonds, I think this is the perfect way to work around that problem, right? Just add a gold design in the center, and truly it looks like a star. This Mandarin garnet right here could be a star. And change the gold color if you would like to. True to size on this one. I love the stone. I love the mounting. I love them together. This is perfection. This is quite literally perfection in a Mandarin garnet, and it's not even going to be $29.99. I just cannot believe it. Again, private collection. Where else can you shop private collection material? And, you know, this is not a descriptor that we just, you know, just slap on to every single stone, right? The quality has to be there. It has to, you know, quite literally prove to you that this is top quality material. We're not just gonna grab whatever stone we see just to, you know, give it a private collection name just so that it sells, right? That's not, you know, if you see it in person and it's very clearly, you know, not top quality material, then what's the point, right? But you look at this from the private collection, it is perfection. There's a reason why it's been in the private collection, right? We've had a couple of these Mandarin garnet from the private collection in the last couple of, weeks, and, time and time again, I will hear a call in, hey, be like, hey, got my private collection Mandarin garnet. I can't believe it. There is a reason why, it was in the private collection, and I am so glad to have it, right? And this could be you today, and if you want to just try it out, again, if you see it in person and, it's not for you for whatever reason, that's perfectly fine. Send it right on back, but at least see what the private collection material is made of. It is not going to be $29.99 here today. And this is one of the stones where I did not expect for me, myself, to love as much as I do. And here I am, showing you guys private collection Mandarin garnets, basically every week. And I just can't believe it, right? You just look at it through the back, the color is consistent, it is clean. Clean is not a word that we use lightly for Mandarin garnets. These stones, typically, very included. I have an example, you saw it, it was in the saddle ring. But you just look at the stone and it is undeniably clean, it is bright, there is no brown undertones, there's no reds to it, there's no yellows to it. It is that pure, honestly at this point, iconic orange color. And if you would like this one, again, I only got this one. Private collection is not, unlimited, it is not, spawn Mandarin garnets every single day. So if you would like this, if you just want to try it out for yourself, call me now. We're going to make it $24.99 to the very first collector who says yes on this one. And yeah, Miss S says, it's a matter of seeing the good stuff that changes your mind on a lot of stones. And perfect example right in front of you. I mean, for me even, right? Mandarin garnet, who would have thought? Not me. And $24.99 on top of that, you still get to take 10% off at checkout. Unbelievable. Call me now if you'd like to grab it. If you want to see anything else, maybe from the private collection. I know I had a pair of earrings last week. Don't know if those are still here. But we do have a couple of options here and there. Again, not unlimited. So if you see something you like and want to try it out for yourself, call me now and grab it while you still can. I would have never thought, again, going into this gemstone and jewelry industry, my favorite from the beginning was black opals, and part of me was like, I'm never gonna like any other stone as much as I like black opals, and here I am, obsessed with Mandarin garnet. Who would have thought? Using Mandarin garnets in my designs. Last week we had that gorgeous Mandarin garnet and blue zircon pendant that I still think of every single day when I wake up. But it is in a loving forever home there, so love to see it. And speaking of, actually, I think this might have been my subconscious doing this, but up next I do actually have a blue zircon in a pendant. I don't know how, I don't know why they ended up next to each other, but if you want a blue zircon pendant, this only has white diamonds to it, but I mean, I just love this color combination. If you wanted to get these two pieces and wear them together, I mean, I don't know if anyone out there is, particular of a perfect matchy-matchy set, but I'm just saying that these two colors look beautiful together, and blue zircon pendant is coming up next. Let me know if you have any requests here. Ooh, I don't know if I mentioned this. I have emerald today. I have Colombian emerald in a gent ring. I have that lovely pear shape with the tapered baguettes. You guys all know it. And I do actually have cat's eye emerald today. I do have two options. The price is going to be quite different, purely because of the color of the stones here. So for the cat's eye emeralds, I do have a lighter stone, but not to say that it's completely colorless. It is still a gorgeous green, but it is going to be lighter. And I have one that is going to be that deeper, richer color. Again, prices are going to be quite different just because of the color of the stones itself. But if you're interested in seeing them any sooner, please let me know here. And yeah, I mean, both of those stones, that pendant, I mean, I love that piece. And let me know on this private collection Mandarin garnet. Next up, we do have a blue zircon here. And I do also have color change sphene in a pendant, as well as, I think it's brand new, but it is a trapeche emerald bracelet. If you remember the bracelet I had once upon a time, well, this is a completely different piece. No idea where this came from, but it is here today, and very glad that it is here. Speaking of some other incredible pieces, I did bring out, speaking of blue zircons, the largest blue zircon in a ring that we have. If you remember, it is our 5184 radiant cut. You know, a piece as large as that, as collectible as that, still also deserves a quick little look on a sale show. So that is here as well. And hi Betty, how are ya? And again, Tanzanite earrings, let me know if you're interested in even just seeing it, or if you just want to call in and just get the price. I mean, that's perfectly fine by me. Again, I'll start flashing some pieces here and there if there's anything you want to see. If you just want to call in and get the price and just pick it up, that's perfectly fine. Let's see, what else do we have here that I should probably yell out? I do have a Brazilian Alexandrite, GIA certified. It is in the platinum, so if anyone's interested in a larger stone, it is a carat 24 on that Brazilian Alexandrite, just shouting it out there. Color change diaspora is here, as well as multicolored diamonds in a ring. So yeah, there's a lot of screenshots every week. I understand, I get it. Let me know on this Mandarin garnet right here. And we are going to move along in a few short moments onto our blue zircon in a pendant. Now this is going to be 1125492, and I mean, just look at that. It is bright, it is blue. This is blue zircon. There's no undertones of yellows, of greens, of, you know, whatever other color. This is yet another example of a stone that is pure blue. This is our 18K white gold pendant. Has to stay like it is. I just love how clean it looks, how crisp it looks, especially when you pair it with those baguette white diamonds. You have a 620 center stone. It's going to be your oval, blue zircon. And all around that, you've got quite a bit of diamonds, totaling a carat 07 for not only your rounds, but also your baguettes. And again, it's very simple design. Love to see it. And I really like this because, well, because I mean, just look at it, right? But I just love how this stone, the way that it is cut, the oval, towards the center, it almost looks like there are, you know, elevators of light, which we typically associate with emerald cut stones, maybe even baguettes. And I just love the combination of the round and the baguette stones, where it kind of looks like it's translating, you know, the cut of this stone into the diamonds itself, where it's not just your average, you know, double halo piece, right? This is a designer piece. $79.99 is where it started. Let me get this cleaned up a little here. And I mean, this is one of those pieces where you just look at it and it is quality. The diamonds are bright, the blue zircon is bright, and again, let's talk about the diamonds, because not too long ago, I had a piece that was brought to me, and it was not one of our pieces, and don't worry, it's not in our system, it's not going to be here for sale, but it was a piece that was brought to me, only diamonds. And, you know, just looking at the piece itself, I was like, yeah, it's nice. You know, it's got a lot of diamonds. It was, what, let's see, I think it was about 4 carats of diamonds and this and that. And I had to. I put it next to one of our own diamond pieces, and I did not find a 4-carat diamond ring to put it next to. I did not find, let's say, you know, the saddle ring to put it next to. I found one of our standard diamond bands, single row, put it next to the ring that was brought to me, And just like that, the other ring, the diamonds, turned gray. They turned gray, they turned a weird color, they were not bright at all. It was crazy, right? There is no comparison to VS diamonds. I mean, you just look at it. It is clean, it is bright, it is not off color. And even better is that this piece right here is not even going to be $59.99 today. This is, by the way, not a small piece. This is what it looks like from the back here. You can love to have an under gallery here. You can see how the piece is built, you know, love to see it. You can see how clean that stone is, how consistent the color is. And let's take it on over to the hand here so you can have a better size perspective for the piece. I mean, again, you look at it, further we went, and the baguette white diamonds are brighter, really just copying the blue zircon and how it reflects the light, right? You guys can see it in the center. You can see how the flashes are longer. You can see how it compares to the outermost halo here. This is not gonna be even $49.99 either. Carolyn, I agree. I love a baguette setting. There is something about, you know, the emerald cut, the baguette cut that I absolutely love. How they just reflect light. It is so different from, you know, your regular rounds, even from, let's say, cushion cuts and princess cuts and trillions, right? They are on a whole different level. Love to see it. It's not even gonna be $39.99. I only got this one, cannot recreate it, especially for the price I'm about to do. I mean, just look at it. The light is dancing off of the stone. Who would have thought? And you can see how beautiful that color is, how pure it is. I mean, that is like a bright blue sky in the middle of summer. I mean, right? Feel free to take any screenshots because I would love to at this point in time. Just look at how bright it is, how beautiful it is, really, truly it is. And if you would like it, we don't have too many blue zircon pendants, you know. They're, again, a very difficult stone to work with. The stones themselves tend to be a little bit on the deeper cut side, so it's not easy to just, you know, plop it in a mounting and not have like 90% of the stone, you know, hanging on for dear life outside of the basket, right? You know, even that, like, we're not gonna do that, right? We want the stone to sit perfectly into the mounting, and this one is. It's got a large presence. I mean, could you just imagine with me for a moment if this were a ring? This would be a gorgeous ring. It'd almost be, you know, it'd almost cover the width of my finger here, but this is a sizable piece, and it is not $39.99. Let's take a look on the neckline here, because this is, again, it's a sizable piece. It is there, it is gorgeous. And $39.99, not going to be. Let's go back up close. And if you would like to grab it, we're gonna make it very quick, very easy, and it's gonna be $38.88 to the first caller who says yes. Again, I cannot recreate this. I do not have the baguette white diamonds to recreate this. I don't even have two of the stones. I don't even have one of the stones to recreate this look. Not to mention that blue zircon, that 620. You know, they all look pretty much about the same, you know, blue zircons, but, you know, they're still individual stones. They're still unique. They're still, you know, believe it or not, difficult to match. We do not see blue zircon earrings for a reason, and that is because every single stone, whether or not it looks like, you know, your average blue zircon, they are individual. They are not, you know, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. They are unique. I only got this one, $38.88. That is it. Call me if you would like to grab it. And next up, let me show you guys our multicolored diamond ring. If you would like to have a mini collection of multicolored diamonds in one piece, I do have something right here that looks a little something like that. This is gonna be 1124920. I just love it when, you know, pieces, you know, they look like this. It kind of looks like the earth has opened, and here you have, you know, a collection of, you know, faceted multicolored diamonds. in one ring, right? You have your pinks, you have your bright yellows, you have some stones that kind of look like a golden green color, and you do have what looks like champagne diamonds in there as well. This is it. Some of the stones, they remind me of chameleon diamonds, which not chameleon diamonds here, but just the color itself reminds me of it. This here is also going to be 18K in the white gold. A carat exactly in all of your stones combined, so that is your multicolored diamonds as well as your white diamonds on either side there. They could have, we could have easily just put this in a straight band and just called it a day, but that would be a little bit boring. So I just love, how this piece was designed, the flow of it, the curvature of it. It's very, when you just look at it, you're like, you don't really think much of it, but when you think of how it could have looked, in an alternate universe, if it just went straight across, I would very much prefer this. And this actually reminds me of a piece that I designed very early at TVON. I don't know if anyone remembers, but many, many years ago, I had done a piece where it was like a cigar band. It was a lot of gold, and there was just one slice of diamonds just going through. I don't know if anyone remembers, but it's been years at this point, I think, since we brought that ring here, and I think at this point it's impossible to bring it back because just gold prices, diamond prices, but this ring does remind me of that ring that I did once upon a time, and if you did, happen to get it many, many years ago, hope you're still loving it and wearing it. This right here, $29.99, believe it or not, for fancy colored diamonds. I mean, I would be perfectly happy with that price. If you just, showed me this ring and said $29.99, I'd be like, I'll take it. Right? You have pinks in here, you have yellows in here, you have, fancy colors in here. This is a whole collection of diamonds, and it's not even going to be $19.99 today. This is the perfect everyday band ring if you're, sick and tired of, white diamonds. You're sick and tired of, the plain white diamonds, VS diamonds, and a single band ring. This is the piece to try out. You can still stack around it if you would like. It's true to size, and it's not going to be $19.99. You can see how it really just fits like a band. The stones are not, elevated above, the band at all whatsoever, but it is a piece that you can wear every single day. If you wanted to switch it up, I think you could. Let me just move it over to my index just to see, right? That's also a look. It doesn't have to be necessarily for your ring finger. It could also be for the middle, and probably not the thumb. I can try it on the thumb here. A little bit scared. But I mean, okay, maybe. I mean, what do you guys think? Maybe it could maybe work as a thumb ring. It's gonna be a bit of a wider thumb ring, but I think it could work. Huh. Do you guys think it could work as a thumb ring? Because maybe. Now I have to try it on my pinky. Now I know for a fact that it's gonna be a little loose on the pinky here, but I just have to try it. Now, maybe not for the pinky because of the design, but I mean, thumb ring, maybe? Definitely the ring finger, the middle finger. Let me try it on the middle finger too while I'm at it. It's not gonna fit here, of course, but no matter where you wear it, you are going to get fancy color diamonds. It's gonna look great, and it's not gonna be $19.99. Let's bring it back up close, take one more look at this piece right here. I mean, you quite literally have pinks in this ring. Pinks and yellows and greens, and that very mixed color right there. I mean, just love to see it. This is what it looks like from the back. Again, this is solid 18K white gold. This is not a dainty, lightweight, whatever piece. This is solid 18K white gold. It has a weight to it. You can see how the gold is layered, right? From the undergallery to the actual piece itself. This piece is layered. It is weighty. And if you would like to grab it today, we're gonna make it $13.99 to the very first caller who says yes on this one. Can't believe it, but here we are, $13.99, and on top of that, you guessed it, take an extra 10% off at checkout. Unbelievable. Let me know if you'd like to grab it here, and blue zircon is still here. And I'm very inspired. If I can, I would love to recreate or, you know, create a slightly different design of the Mandarin garnet and the blue zircon, but that first pendant will hold a place in my heart forever. But let me know on the Mandarin garnet ring. I think it's still here. Largest Andalusite is coming up later in today's show. I do have cat's eye emerald. Want to get to those earlier here. Or if there's anything you guys want to see that might catch your eye here. Hi Sherry, how you doing? And just let me know. Again, I yelled out Mahenge pink spinels. I do have a gorgeous color change sphene in a pendant, which I just have to flash this because I was looking at this before the show started, and believe it or not, that is not around. That center stone is not around, and look at what it is doing. Cannot believe it. That is our color change sphene. Next up I have two options for our cat's eye emeralds. Now I mentioned that the color is going to be drastically different, and that translates on over into the price. So let me know on this one. And next up we do have cat's eye emerald. The first one looks like this. And I will say there is a little something in the stone right there, but again, we do not see these stones often, if at all. I'm not particularly mad about that. As long as the cat's eye does show up, I am happy with it. And I'm just gonna zoom out just a little bit here so that I can bring in the other option too. So this is the first one. This is a lighter color, believe it or not. And then next up, I do have this one, which it is going to be a darker green color. This wheel is crazy. But here we are, our cat's eye emeralds. Now, I believe the lighter colored one was here, so we can see if the graphics are in the system. But for the one over here, it's going to be 1123499. It is actually going to be the larger of the two, surprisingly. And both of these pieces are in the platinum, so we will still size it for you. It just has to stay like it is in the platinum here. But you can see the comparison right in front of you. You can see very obviously how one stone is, you know, deeper, darker. Again, for me, that's not a deal breaker. For me, it's whether or not the stone has the cat's eye phenomena, which both of these stones do have. And both stones, you know, standing individually, they are, you know, phenomenal. They are great. But I'm just gonna make a comparison between the two. I'm not gonna, you know, it's not me picking favorites. It's not me, you know, bashing on the other stone. But I will say that this one, it is a little bit more included compared to this one. And again, the color on this one is going to be, you know, better if you're, you know, to go according to, you know, gemstone, like their requirements for emeralds, right? Of course, you want the more saturated stone. But, you know, again, me personally speaking, I do not mind, you know, the color. I love the color on both of these stones. It is truly up to you what you are looking for. They both have a very, you know, similar kind of a floral-like design. And again, I just love how the cat's eye, they show up great in both of these stones. Again, it's up to you, but just know that the price is going to be very different just because of the color of the stone, right? I mean, I had these two pieces in my hands and I just went to double check with, you know, management, just, hey, I saw these two pieces and, you know, I saw how different the prices were and just want to confirm that it is because of the color of the stones, and they said yes. So again, no matter which one you pick, I think you'll be very happy. And if you wanted to get the more, I guess, the more affordable version, it would be the lighter one right here. But again, you look at it, it's a gorgeous piece. It's a gorgeous stone. Both of them are. It's not like it's washed out at all whatsoever. And let's start with the lighter one then, since all the information is up there. So this one did start at, you know, $69.99, and since then it was discounted very drastically from $69.99 all the way down to $39.99. Again, both of these pieces in the platinum. This one also has 95 points in your diamonds, you know, very glimmery, very much like the cat's eye chrysoberyl we had at the very beginning, where you have a beautiful smooth cabochon stone combined with, you know, when you have enough diamonds around these stones, it kind of creates its own visual texture in a way. If you would like this lighter one right here, we're gonna make it $28.88. I know. What is she saying? $28.88 for a sizable cat's eye emerald. This does not happen every single day. Truly, you know, regardless of color, you know, every color change, every cat's eye emerald should be probably closer in terms of price to this one. Does not matter what it looks like. And here we are with a $347 cat's eye emerald for $28.88. Let me try this one on the hand for you guys, because this, again, this is not a small stone. And from here, the cat's eye has a better look to it. You need a little bit of light for the cat's eye to come forth, but I mean, when it does, it absolutely does. And $28.88 on this one, I just cannot believe it. And while we're at it, let me also just grab the other one here and put it on my hand as well, just so that you can have a comparison, right? So again, it is brighter, and you know, looking at them now, honestly, I do like the cat's eye on this one a little bit better. You know, this one does have it, but because of the fact that this stone is just a little bit more included, you know, the cat's eye may be a little bit more, you know, hazier, but you can still see that it is there. But again, out of the two, I said I wasn't picking favorites, but now that I see it on the hands, I will say that, you know, I do lean a little bit more towards this one. And do keep in mind that this is not a 100% clean stone, as you saw at the very beginning of this presentation. You know, just pointing everything out for you guys. I know we don't see these stones, you know, that often, so it's kind of hard to have a point of reference, but this is what I'm just saying, you know, seeing these pieces in person. And let's actually build the graphics for this one right here, so that maybe we can have both of these on the hand together while we, you know, present this one. So this one is going to be 1125040. So just know that the price, the gap is going to be a little bit high. But this one right here, platinum as well, 5040. Also can still size it for you. And hi, Sue. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do love the color on this one, but you know, they are first and foremost, most importantly, cat's eyes. And I do have to say, I do lean more towards this one now that I'm looking at it from here. But for this one, it is going to be our 316 center stone. Now, if you care more for the color, definitely go for this one. But if you don't really mind and you just want to have a cat's eye, you know, phenomena in a emerald, I would recommend this one actually. But going back to this one, it does have 85 points in diamonds, and again, both these stones very sizable, gorgeous, lovely, and we don't have too many of these, especially in this size. And just doing my job here. But this one right here, just because of the color, it started at $24,999. Again, individually, both these stones are great, but when making a comparison, I mean, it's right here in front of you. And again, true to size on both of these, not my size currently for one of them. But you can see how different the price gap is just because of the color. Let's bring the larger one, or the smaller one, sorry, back up close here. So again, pure emerald green color, love to see it. I'll bring back the other one as well. But this one right here, You know, it's pretty pricey. And for a good reason, the color, right? The cat's eye phenomena, yes, but also the color. And let me actually see if, blocking one of the lights may help with this one, but you can probably see here and there from certain angles where it is a little bit more included compared to the other one. So again, just throwing that out there. This is not going to be $19,999 either, even though it is a high-end piece, collector's piece. I still want you guys to be able to reach out, grab the phone, and call in and grab the piece here. And that is what we're gonna do here. Brand new today for this one. I'll bring back the other one in just a moment. But if you would like this one, if you want to get both and see them both in person and then make your choice, I'd say go for it, right? I mean, again, it's a very difficult to judge stone when you see it, in front of you, blasted with bright hot lights, 3 of them. And a lot of these stones too, they read very differently from on the screen versus in person. So this is one of those cases. Another case would be, of course, black opals, but you really just gotta see it in person and then, maybe make a decision. Or if you wanna keep both, that's perfect, right? Then you have, basically all of our cat's eye emeralds. But if you would like this one, what we're gonna do is we are going to save you another $10,000 off of that $19,999, and we are gonna make this one right here $9,999. And at the end of the day, it is what you are looking for. I know some people, even when shopping for yellow diamonds, some people do prefer the lighter color. Some people prefer the darker colors. It is personal preference. There's no rules when shopping these fine, gemstones. There's no oh, you have to get an emerald that is of this specific color, right? It's get whatever speaks to you, get whatever you like. And if you don't like it, send it right on back. I will accept it with open arms. And $99.99 on this one. I just can't believe it. And everything good? Okay. And I mean, this is it. Both cat's eye emeralds together, which I'll bring back the other one as well here. And let me move this one over right here and bring back the brighter one. I mean, very different, right? This is, again, a perfect example of what I mean by they read very differently. You saw them on the hand versus up close. And up close they look great, but at the end of the day, these are pieces that you're going to be wearing, and you're not gonna put it on a wheel and just, call it a day, and right? This is something that you would probably want to wear out into the world and, maybe show off a little here and there that you got a rare gemstone such as this one. And let me actually see if I can block the light here once it comes around. But you can see how different the color is. And that again proves to you, why the price, is that different just because of the color. Unbelievable. And it seems like our fan favorite seems to be the lighter one here, but if you guys want to send checks, we accept checks, by the way. But I mean, just look at it. 2 cat's eye emeralds. I'm a little bit scared to pause the wheel here, because I know that it has several different settings, and the settings aren't exactly labeled. It's just press the button until you see what you want to get. But I mean, just look at it. Both of our rings right here. This is what one of them looks like from the back. Kind of looks like a fingerprint. A fingerprint in the design, not like my fingerprint, but that's very interesting. Never seen anything like that before. And this is what it looks like from the side as well. And I mean, just look at it. The color, I love it. But this one, the cat's eye phenomena, I love more. And cat's eyes are going everywhere here. So forgive the wheel here. Still not used to it. But this is what the other one looks like from the back. And that is like a mirror. So no fingerprint design on this one. But it is instead that mirror finished platinum. Love to see it. True to size on both of these. the more I look at this one, the more it looks like a jelly bean to me. So I don't know, maybe I'm just hungry, but it's looking more and more like a jelly bean the longer it's sitting up here on the wheel in front of me. But again, it is up to you guys. This one over here, 2888. They are going everywhere here. Have to get used to the wheel. See if that works out. I'm just gonna let them sit on the wheel here and just turn and just do their own little thing. Yeah, Tracy, I am scared. I'm scared that once I pause the wheel that it's just gonna stop working. But here we are. These are the only two cat's eye emeralds that I have for today. Now I did have a necklace. If you wanted to see that, let me know. It does. You know, I don't eat too much candy, but out of all the candy in the world, I have to say I love jelly beans. I don't know, you know, I don't really eat chocolate. I do like dark chocolate though, you know, something with a high percentage of cacao. And yeah, not one for sweets. I do like licorice from here to there. The jelly beans, I love jelly beans. I love those sour candies too, but again, I don't eat too much candy. It makes me feel, you know, inflamed and this and that. And then I feel like my face gets puffy and it feels like I have a travel pillow around my neck. I don't eat too much sweets, but you know, here and there, maybe a little bit. But I actually had a soda a couple of days ago. It's been like the first time in, I think, over a year. Which is kind of crazy to think about, but yeah, sodas I don't do that often. Here and there, once in a while. I prefer my teas, my iced teas, and cinnamon jelly beans. Now, I avoid those. I do not like the cinnamon jelly beans. From a child to now, once I see that bright red jelly bean, I do not touch those. I do not like it. It is spicy to me. And yeah, jelly beans, Skittles. I do like the green Skittles, the green ones and the orange ones. Not so much the purple ones. And what other candies are out there? I feel like there's so much now. I do love ice cream though. If there's any sweets that I eat, it's gonna be ice cream. Ice cream and milk teas. Though these days I'm leaning more towards like fruit teas, but I do love ice cream, do love milk teas. And while we're at it, let me actually flash a couple of pieces here. Licorice jelly beans. And let me see here. If there are any guys watching today, honestly, guys or gals, but more specifically guys, I do have a faceted emerald cut Colombian emerald in a ring. Gent's ring typically, but could be a lady's ring, just throwing it out there. And I also do have that pear shape that I mentioned not too long ago. I don't know, I haven't eaten jelly beans in a long time, so I don't remember what flavors I liked. And I'm sure they've come out with a lot more flavors since the last time I've had it, which was like in middle school at this point. But this is the other emerald that I have here, so I pretty much just flashed every single emerald piece that I have up here with me. This is the pear shape, which I think this one might have gotten a discount from the last time we saw it, which can't believe it. But if you wanted this pear shape one that I'm holding right here, if you recall, it's also in the platinum. It's a 237 center stone, pear-shaped Colombian emerald. Beautiful stone, carat 48 of your diamonds. If you would like to grab this one here today, we're gonna make it $59.99 and take the extra 10% off. Again, just throwing it out there if you would like to grab any of our Colombian emeralds here today. The pear shape, $59.99. And if you wanted the gents ring that I just flashed right here, I don't want to overwhelm you guys with emeralds here, but the gents ring right here is a 206 center stone with 39 points of diamonds. Again, gents ring typically, but you know, I would wear it. I would wear it every single day. I love a wider band design here. And this one does have to stay in the yellow gold, it looks like. And if you would like to grab this one right here, we're gonna make it 37.77. So again, I don't want this to be a, you know, emerald only show, but just throwing it out there. If you would like to grab any of our emeralds here today, of course I still have the Trapiche emerald bracelet. But just for this one, if you would like to grab it, any of the guys, if you guys are watching, 37.77 on this one. Looks like it has to stay like it is in the yellow gold, which perfect way to go about with our Colombian emeralds. And let me quickly flash some other pieces here. Largest Andalusite is here to play. Not sure if anyone is looking for, you know, particularly our largest Andalusite, which did disappear for a while, and I think there is a reason for that because, I mean, here are the tags. That is the price that if you were to find it in the, you know, private museum that it was on display in, that would be the price that you would shop for it. And that is it. That is the largest Andalusite that we have here. And I will say, you know, up here on the wheel, it does look like it has a purplish undertone to it, which in person it absolutely does not have. But I don't know, again, with this mixed lighting situation, it's very unique. And GI is certified on this one, of course, listed there. But just know that this is not an insignificant piece here. Also mentioned earlier, the largest blue zircon in a ring is also here. Love a aqua and diamond necklace or pendant. Julie, we will check on that for you. I'm trying to think here. At this point, I don't think I worked on anything, and I know we had a couple of new pieces recently, but I think we maybe already showed all of them to you guys. So I'll check. We can check in the back. Again, Julie, we don't do too many of those, you know, aquamarines in the pendants or the necklaces, but I will definitely keep an eye out for you there. And thank you for joining me. My name is Joyce, and happy Friday. It's really what, 8:16? Can't believe it, right? The days just fly on by. Cat's eye emeralds are still here, so I know we kind of got off topic and started talking about jelly beans here, but if you want to pick up either of those, or if you wanted to pick up both and just to see them both in person to really make, you know, a comparison and, you know, just your own judgment put towards the two pieces, I think that could also work. So, you know, you don't have to, you know, grab one that you think you'll like and then you get it and you're like, oh, well, maybe I would prefer the other one. Again, I would recommend maybe you pick up both, and if you end up loving both, that's great, but if not, again, pick your favorite. I want you to be happy with, you know, your pieces, you know, regardless of if it's just, you know, white diamonds, if it's, you know, cat's eye emeralds, right? You want to be happy with these pieces, and I want you to be happy, so just let me know if you have any questions. Pretty much went over everything that I could think of, and we still got 2 more hours of fun pieces right over here. I do have several gents rings today, so flash the emerald gents ring if you want to see a full presentation. If not, I already gave you guys the price. If you want to see the graphics, again, just let me know. And what else do I have here? Blue and black Tanzanite in the pendant with the paraiba. I have yellow diamonds in a pair of earrings. They are a pair of heart shapes, so love to see that. Merengue pink spinel, gold quartz. I did not mention this, but I have a brand new set of gold quartz. I have a pair of earrings and I have a pendant. A lot of gold. I have to warn you guys, a lot of gold in these designs here. I also do have a pair of Sapphire earrings, studs. Not your teeny tiny stones. They are a pretty sizable, you know, stones, and those are here. Andalusite, let me know. Again, it's not a stone that we see every day. You know, Grandidierite, Andalusites, we do not see those stones every single day. So I flashed it. If you want to see it, let me know. And let's get back to our cat's eye emeralds here. and take a quick look here, and let us actually move on. And I was gonna bring back the largest blue zircon. I think I have to. You know, it's been a while since we've last seen it, and I think it deserves another quick little presentation here. Again, forgive me if, you know, you are sick and tired of the big boys here, but it is gonna be 1123403. Ooh, sphene pendant, of course. So Sherry, let me actually just plop this big guy down right here, and I will go and grab the sphene pendant. So here he is, the largest radiant cut blue zircon in a ring. And believe it or not, even though this is a heavier piece, of course the center stone itself is pretty heavy, I actually think that you could wear this. You know, maybe not every single day, but it is still wearable, which it's almost impossible to achieve when you have a stone of this caliber, right? You kind of just want to keep it in your collection, right? All safe and sound, but there's something about this design that I think you could wear, you know, maybe to that fancy event, to that fancy dinner, but again, largest blue zircon right here. Let me know. And Tracy Blue is doing fantastic. I caught her drinking water the other day out of my brother's cup, but she is at least drinking water. So I will take what I can get, and she has been still so energetic. She's not allowed on the kitchen counter, and she obviously does not listen, but she will jump onto the chair, jump onto the kitchen counter, sometimes jump back onto the other chair, make a U-turn back onto the counter, jump onto the trash can, and then jump onto the other kitchen counter, and finally start sniffing at, you know, her food and where we keep her treats. But she has been great. She has gotten noticeably heavier, so that's good. She's a very small little kid, but she's growing, and she's great. So thank you for asking, Tracy. Listen, she's allowed on the chairs, but not on the counter. So it's just me looking at her jump onto the chair, and then in like 1 second, she's on the table, and before I can say no, she's already off the counter, and I'm just like, I look like a crazy person. But blue zircon and color change sphene coming up next for you, Sherry. I know, right? Everyone is saying that this is truly a large piece, and you think it looks large on the wheel right now. Wait till you see it on the hand here, because this is ginormous, right? I mean, just take a look at it on the hand here. That is a wow piece. You could use this as a paperweight. That's how heavy this ring is. This was our $99,999 piece. Yeah. See, I will let her, you know, jump on the kitchen counter as long as she continues to drink water. As long as she continues to stay hydrated, I am okay with her, you know, just quickly jumping onto the counter and jumping back off. But she loves string, she loves rope. I cut off a piece of my jump rope, and she loves to play with it. Got her a cat tunnel. She absolutely loves it. She launches herself into the cat tunnel from across the room, and it's very entertaining to see and watch. And Julie, this could be it could be a brass knuckle. This is our largest blue zircon in a ring. Could you just imagine this as a pendant or in a necklace? Like, that would be amazing. But here it is, true to size on this one, believe it or not. And 5184 center stone, 265 of diamonds. It is not just, you know, in the front, it is also in the sides there, and over there you also have some pretty sizable, you know, accent stones, single stones there. Love to see it. And if you would like this one, last time we saw it, $49,999. Ooh, Nicole says it looks like an expensive paraiba. Could be. Some of these flashes here, it does remind me of a paraiba, so it could be. Reminds me of even Brazilian paraiba. And it is stunning. This truly is, I know a lot of these pieces here are, but this truly is collector's material. It's taken me, like 4 plus years at this point, to see a blue zircon in this size. Like, before my eyes would widen when I saw a blue zircon in, like, you know, the 8 carat range and the 10 carat range, right? I'm like, wow, that is a large blue zircon. And now the bar has been raised, and now it's 5184. That is the largest that I would probably ever see in blue zircons. And even better is that it is here, discounted, if you would like to grab it. And yes, you know, these larger pieces, it does not mean that, oh, you have to get it and, you know, we're gonna have to, you know, stick on a final sale to it. You're gonna have to keep it forever, whether you like it or not. If you get this, still taking the 10% off, and you get it in person and you say, it's not for me, right? Maybe, you know, maybe your collection is okay without it. You wanna, you know, send it on back. I hope you would love it, but you can still do that, right? But, you know, first and foremost is, I do hope that if you get this, if you get any of our, you know, larger pieces, our pricier pieces, I do hope that you love it and you do keep it, because you do not come across these pieces, you know, every day. This is a once in a lifetime sort of piece, and it's not gonna be $50,000. Again, you know, sound kind of crazy to say, but it is wearable. It's definitely weighty. There is a weight to it, but it is wearable. It's not like those pieces where, you know, it's constantly just rolling on your finger. It's, you know, turning this and that. You know, it's on my hand. I can shake my hand like this. It's wearable, right? You just saw me shake my hand. If this was not, you know, balanced, or, you know, if it were not my size, it would be rolling, right? It probably look like that, right? It does not, though. You saw me shake my hand, true to size on this one. Just gonna bring it back to the front here. And you saw that it does not move. Just get it in whatever size you wear. True to size on this one. We will size it to whatever size you need. And it looks even better when I shake my hand, actually. Like, so much more sparkles come forth. But I mean, you see it, it's wearable. And a smaller square zircon. For the blues, we don't have too many of the squares or the Asher cuts. I can definitely add that to my list. I know, it's like, I wonder what everyone has in their collection here, but I mean, just imagine adding this one to your collection. That would be amazing. Yeah, of course, let me put it back up close here. This is not your everyday piece that you come across. This is once in a lifetime opportunity. So we have to do better on the price, of course. So if you would like it, $39,999, and on top of that, we are still taking off the 10%. I showed it. It's here right in front of you. The ring is in front of you. The banner is below this piece. We have to take 10% off of this piece, and we are going to. We'll size it for you. It has to stay like it is in the platinum. But I love this piece, and I hope you love it too. And again, it is wearable. You saw me wear it on my hand. You saw me shake my hand. It did not, you know, roll. It did not turn. I know that is a concern, even with some of our larger, let's say, blue and blocky tanzanites, right? When we reach the 20 carat range, it is a concern that it was going to roll and turn on your hand. This one is not going to. I already proved it to you. You saw me prove it to you. And here it is, up close and personal. Feel free to take any screenshots you like. And don't worry, Tracy, I'm not gonna shake my hand with this on again. But you saw me prove my point. It's wearable. Maybe not for every day, but if you wanted to take it out once in a while, you can. So let me know on this one. Take your pictures, screenshots, paparazzi time. Closer with my hand. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. But if you wanted a picture of it, I can, you know, take a picture of it on my hand and send it to you if you would like. Let's see here. Color change sphene pendants coming up next. Ooh, and I did not mention this yet. I've been mentioning it for the last couple of weeks here, but I do have a Congo tourmaline necklace with 10 individual stones, totaling 9681. So that will be after our little sphene pendant here. Let me just get the necklace prepared here because it is a big boy. And a lucite here, yellow diamonds. Let me actually also flash before we get to the color change sphene pendant. The Nicole, we will have to check for you there. Tim, if we were able to, I don't think we have anything, but if we're able to find something like this, but smaller. I know we don't have anything larger, but we have something smaller. Please ask if we can bring it out there. Thank you very much. And just a quick little flash here on the Tanzanite pendant. Yet another piece from my little mini collection there with the color mix and matching there. We have blue ink block Tanzanite and paraiba. And now I can really see how this blue zircon definitely has, you know, paraiba-like flashes. You guys are right. And let me know if you wanted to see that pendant there, or if you just want to call in and just grab the information, because you guys can do whatever you want to do. If you want to call in, just ask for the price and just grab it. That is perfectly a-okay with me. Next up, we have our color change sphene in a pendant that I had quickly flashed, and that I feel like you guys are very nice to each other, but I feel like there may or may not be some fights over this pendant that is going to be coming up here. So moving aside our little paperweight here. We have our color change sphene pendant, and yes, I said it, I will say it again. Believe it or not, this is not a round, brilliant cut stone. This is our Asher cut. 18K yellow gold. It is item number 1125514. 100% color change. And it's got a lot happening right here, right? It's turning on the wheel. You can see all of the different flashes that you would love to see in a color change sphene. Very obvious, very prominent in this one single stone. You have your reds, your oranges, your yellows, your greens. You have everything you want to have. And this is going to be our carat 92 center stone. They're actually calling it a mixture between an Asher cut and radiant cut, which I agree with actually, because I looked at it, you know, it's that square shape, but you know, Asher cut didn't really perfectly describe it. You know, Asher mixed with radiant, that is the perfect description. The system is getting smarter and smarter by day. And we also have 43 points of your white diamonds here. You have your mixture of rounds and baguettes, which again, I know we don't have these baguette mountings that often, but just know that we do not price them like they should be priced. We do not even price our round VS white diamonds like they should be priced. But 43 points of your diamonds. The entire pendant from top to bottom is 3/4 of an inch. And $49.99 is where we started at. Hi Ellen, happy Friday. Tablecloth size zircon. Getting very creative with our nicknames for the blue zircon here. Love it though. $49.99 is not going to be your price on this one. Again, you know, this is one of those stones where you just look at it and you just know that it's going to be good, right? I mean, holding it here, it looks great. I'm scared to pause the wheel, but I mean, just looking at it like that, right? It's perfect. It is color change sphene. And it's not even going to be $24.99. Let me grab it here and show it to you against the hand here. From afar, the fireworks do not stop. All of the colors are still there. It's not like the reds suddenly disappear. It's not like the greens are suddenly gone. The flashes are still there. This again is a very sizable stone, a very unique cut too. Not quite, you know, Asher cut, not quite a radiant cut. It is perfection, has to say like it is in the yellow gold. I only have one of these. So if you would like to grab it, call me now. And I know you guys are very, you know, nice to each other. You guys would like to get first dibs to whoever requested it, but in the chance that there is a fight, I do not have 2 of these, so I would encourage you to call in early. Even online, there is a slight delay here and there. So get first in line for the chance to pick up this piece right here. And we're gonna make it $19.99 on this gorgeous 100% color change sphene right here. And on top of that $19.99, you still get your 10% off. This is what it looks like against me, my pink top right here. I mean, just love to see it, right? The color change is there, $19.99. Let's go back up close here and take a last look at it. If I can just grab it perfectly here. This is what it looks like from the back. So again, under gallery, lots of gold in it. $19.99 on this one. That color is true, it is consistent. Just love to see all of these colorful flashes here. Let me try to get that cleaned off better for you guys. Coffee table books and coffee table sized gems. I mean, they would be perfect for each other. I remember we had a coffee table sized blue and black Tanzanite ring once upon a time that I may or may not have designed. That was actually one of the rings that I thought that it might have been too large as a ring. You guys might remember it was a trilliant cut blue and black Tanzanite. It had, let's see, 2, 4, 6, I believe 6 cushion cut paraibas. I know today's day and age that sounds crazy, but this was before paraiba prices went absolutely insane. And I believe it had, I think it was a double halo of white diamonds, and that was one of the rings that I had designed, and that was the one and only ring that I actually thought that, maybe I might have gotten a little overboard. But that was, I'm sure you do remember it, G. That was the ring that we called the coffee table ring, because you could probably put, you know, a cup of coffee on that bad boy. But believe it or not, the blue zircon, not nearly as wide as that Tanzanite ring that I had done. And I don't know, maybe, you know, it was fun to create such a large piece, and don't think I can do it with the blue and black Tanzanites at this point, but you know, maybe if I take apart a couple of pieces here and there, which I don't know if they're gonna let me do, but I don't know, maybe I would do something similar, maybe not too crazy, but maybe something similar. Let me know on this one. And Stephen wanted to see our golden quartz, our mini collection here, which will be coming up next. Let me know on this color change sphene pendant. And so we'll get to the gold quartz mini set, and then I'll show you guys the Congo tourmaline. Someone remind me, show the Congo tourmaline necklace or else she's not allowed to go home. I've been saying it for I think 3 weeks at this point, have not shown it. But here we have golden quartz coming up next. Let me know on this color change sphene pendant. I just love it when, you know, any sort of stone just has this much dispersion to it. It's just, I just love it. It's just great. You know, just look at it and you just feel happy, right? And no problem, Sherry. Looks like this one is up for grabs. So if you would like to grab it, Sherry's saying maybe next time. So call me now if you'd like to grab it here. And next up, we do have gold quartz. I'm gonna have to figure out how to show these here, as they are a little bit different. Call me on this one. And next up, let's start with the earrings first. This is what the earrings look like. I know, very awkward angle, not appealing at all, but I will hold one up to the eye as well. This is going to be 1125364. This is our pair of earrings, our pear shapes in a pair of earrings. This is what it looks like, you know, facing up front, and you have a gorgeous, you know, pointy top right here, and then a gorgeous upside down pear shape gold quartz that leads directly downwards into the points of the quartz, where you have a lot of your gold there. This is going to be 869 of both stones combined, and we also have 56 points of your white diamonds. So again, these may look, you know, smaller. We do tend to have smaller stones here, but this is what one looks like against the hand. So just know that these are not exactly, you know, baby-sized earrings. They will show up nicely. They will show up well. I have a matching pendant that I will try to grab with my other hand here that looks like this. So you can see how it truly is the perfectly matched set. So this is the earring and this is the pendant. That is what the pendant looks like from the other way. So very intricate under gallery there. You're not going to see it when you wear it, but just love to know that it is there. Perfectly matched set, so they're not sold as a set. If you wanted to just grab the earrings or just grab the pendants, that is perfectly fine. $69.99 was where they started at, yellow gold only on these. And if all of the stones were split evenly between the two, it would be about $434 each on the carat weights for the gold quartz. And it'll also be about 28 points, give or take. Is that right? 28 on the diamonds there. And those diamonds too, pretty sizable, even from here, especially in the lower half of the earrings here. You can count each individual stone. These are not, you know, particles of dust of diamonds, right? These are faceted gemstones, diamonds. And if you would like this, 1.25 inches from top to bottom. Again, not a baby-sized earring at all whatsoever. We're gonna make it $29.99 for the earrings here. And the pendant is going to be a little bit more just because the center stone is just a little bit larger here. So $29.99 on the earrings. Steven, let me know what you think. And I think I still have a couple of gold quartzes in the works here, but I'm not sure where they are in terms of status on those. And we do have a request for Diana. Love to see that. Blue zircon for Diana coming up next. And let's go back up close actually, and then let me just grab one of these and put it against my ear here so you can see the size comparison. I mean, this is perfect for every single day. It's a very subtle design. You know, the diamonds show up even better the further away I go. And of course the gold as reflective as can be. I just love a dynamic pear-shaped look here. And these absolutely are. So $29.99 on these. Let me know. Let's go back up close. I will very quickly flash the pendant here and see what y'all think. This is also what it looks like from the back here. So, you know, very much inspired by each other, the overall design on this one. And again, I know it's not a flattering angle on the wheel, but you saw them against the hand. You saw how, you know, how much of a presence they really have. And with any piece, you would probably want to have that. So glad that these do have those. And we do have the pendant up next really quickly here. So I'm gonna grab these, put them away. Next up, we have the perfectly matching pendant that looks something like this. Now this is gonna be a larger stone. Ooh, Sherry says, love the backs, agree there. Pretty enough to wear backwards. Now that is actually, I did not think of that. I think you possibly could. I mean, that would be incredibly bright, you know, if you were to wear it backwards, but I mean, just look at that. This is not the signet ring, but I mean, I feel like it's brighter than the signet ring, right? That is just crazy bright, but Sherry, I think you're onto something. I think you could wear it backwards. This one right here, 14K yellow gold as well. Item number is 5363. And this center stone is going to be significantly larger. This is our 1530 center stone and 87 points of your VS white diamonds. Again, very similar to the other one. These diamonds are not small. The larger the stone is, the larger the diamonds get. That's how it works. We're not going to stick, you know, the same millimeter sized diamonds next to, you know, a smaller stone as a larger stone. It doesn't look nice, but here it looks perfect. 1 3/4 from top to bottom on this one right here. A, you know, pretty decently sized bail. So if you wanted to wear it with the DBTYs, you could. And last but not least, $99.99 is where this one started at. And again, just because the stone itself is larger than the other one, it's going to be a little bit more here, but let me just bring it on over to the hand so you can see once more by itself. I mean, that by itself as a ring that would be crazy. But here it is, $99.99, not going to be. If you would like it, we're going to make it $39.99 to the very first caller who says yes, I will take it. And if you wanted to take the earrings too, we are going to take 10% off of each. So that's kind of like a extra bonus there. And might I also add that I don't say this about too many pieces, but for this pendant in particular, I can actually feel the weight of the gold. You know, other pendants, you know, they're not exactly gold heavy, but I will say this one, I am feeling it, you know, especially at the bottom parts of the pendant right here. Like, I can actually feel the weight of the gold, just holding it in the tweezers right here. So, again, not unbearably heavy, but just enough for me to be like, oh wow, there is a lot of gold in this piece. So $39.99 on this one. Let me know if you would like to grab it here. And this is again what it looks like against the neckline. So again, diamonds are a pretty decent size. Stone itself too, about the size of my fuzzball right here. $39.99 on this one. Let's go back up close. We do have a request coming up for Diana. And after Diana's request, I will show you guys the Congo tourmaline necklace. This is what it looks like from the side as well, so you can see again how much gold is in this pendant, because not a small stone. You know, we can't just, you know, put a thin little frame of gold around it and then just, you know, call it a day. Then, you know, it'll feel too light, right? It won't feel nice. It'll feel like it's, you know, cheap, right? We don't want your fine jewelry to feel cheap. So I just love how much, you know, attention to detail, how much gold we put into these pieces. Love to see it. And next up we have a request for Diana. So Diana, if you're watching, please call in right now. I expect there will be fights over this one, because it looks something like this. I'm gonna take our little gold quartz there. This is gonna be 112541. Blue zircon in our signature style. Private collection blue zircon. $891 center stone. And it looks like that. That is dazzling. It looks like a brilliant white diamond. You know, if it were cut like a diamond, or if it had the, you know, the sparkle like a diamond is what I'm trying to say, it would absolutely look like it. And even better, signature style, everyday wearable. I would really recommend it in the white gold. You really only see, you know, your blue zircon, your diamonds, a little bit of gold, and that's it. I would not change it to the yellow gold, though it will look nice, but you know, for something like this, I would want to just keep it like this. Yes? The stone measurement on this one. All right, let me see if I can get that for you here. In the meantime, you can look at our our larger stone right here. Let me actually see if I have a millimeter gauge up here. I thought there was one up here, but I may have to have you look in the back. Yeah, you might have to look in the back for this one, Tim. I don't see one up here. I'm gonna do some digging here and see. Yeah, Tim, if you want to grab it and we can see. Oh, you know what? It's right here. Tim brings out the tape measure. I found it. Tim brings out the tape measure and let's see, for this one, it looks like it is a little bit over 11 by, let's see what this is right here, by 9. Yeah, it's a little bit over 11, but yeah, 11 by 9 on this one. And excuse our little paperweight blue zircon here. We're gonna bring back the other one. Here we are. I mean, I just love TVON too. I just had the largest blue zircon up there, swapped it out for a smaller stone, and the quality, the color, everything is consistent. Love that. And back to this one we go. $79.99 was where it started at. I mean, just look at the color again, it's pure. It's that blue color. There's no greens, there's no yellows, there's no other colors. It's not colorless in some areas. It is entirely blue. Of course, private collection material, you expect it, right? At this point, it's like, you see the words private collection, you just know that it is top quality material. This is what it looks like on the hand here. Gonna put it on my, let's put it on my ring finger here. Right, dazzling. The perfect word to describe it. And Diana, I hope she's on the line. If you would like it, we're gonna go below $39.99 actually on this one. And you know, private collection, you would expect for it to have a, you know, higher price tag, you know, considering the quality and what you're getting. Private collection stones. Some of these stones probably been sitting in the collection for who knows how long at this point. True to size on this one, by the way. Diana, I don't know if Tim, you're on the line with her, but we are gonna make this one $36.99 and still take 10% off at checkout. Love to see it. You know, maybe blue zircons are, you know, I've been seeing a trend where blue zircons are, you know, more and more requested and more popular. So I think I have some work to do. I definitely think I have some work to do, and you bet I'm gonna be going into the private collection, gonna do some digging here. But I think blue zircons making a comeback, and we don't have too much, by the way. Yeah, aside from the large one, we have some here and there, but never much in this perfect size. So I think, you know, and I'm just throwing it out there, but if I can find a perfectly matched pair of emerald cut Mandarin garnets to go with a blue zircon, I know someone might like it, maybe. So I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe. I will have to look immediately after the show if I can still get access, of course. But I'm just thinking, you know, a 3-stone style look, a oval or cushion center stone, and Mandarin garnets, one on either side. I have some work to do. Let's go back up close on this one. Let me know. Also has an under gallery here, so gorgeous piece. I mean, just look at that. That blue is just so, I just love that blue color. You just look at it and it feels so calming, so peaceful. And okay, next up, Congolese tourmaline necklace. Enough time has gone on. I think today is the day. Largest Andalusite also coming up, by the way, if anyone is interested. And let's see here, necklace is coming up. If anyone likes a black opal ring, I've been meaning to work on it recently, but I do have this one, you know, no reds. And I say that happily and proudly because just look at how intense the greens are in this. I actually think, now I don't know too much about pinky rings, but I'm thinking that this one, even though it is a large stone, a large piece, I'm thinking that it could maybe be a pinky ring. So we'll get to that one next after we get to the long-awaited Congolese Tourmaline necklace. Now for this one, I will have to start with it on the hand because it is just that size. So here we go. This is one part of it, and then I will have to dip a little bit lower here, but this is our necklace. This is a big boy piece, and it is here today. 18K in the white gold. This is going to be item number 1125402. I mean, we've had many different colored, you know, just tourmalines throughout, you know, our years here at TVON. And even then, I am seeing colors of tourmaline that I have never seen before in this necklace. You can see the one right there next to my thumb there, if it'll flip around. That looks like imperial topaz. It is not. It is Congolese tourmaline, every single stone here. And every single stone combined is going to be 9681 total weight. I just love how in, I guess, the body of this necklace, how the colors lean a little bit more pastel. Not to say that they are colorless, but I'm just going to say that they are not as intense in saturation as, let's say, a blue zircon. But you can still see that every single stone individually still has its own fair share of color there. A gorgeous mixture to it. It's not, these stones are not easy to describe. It's not just a green stone. It's not just an orange stone. Tracy says, I'm going to have tea with the king. Can I borrow this? You guys are funny. But I mean, just look at it, right? You just can't call it a golden tourmaline, right? There are many different colors mixed in here, and what I love is, you know, pastel-y colors here. And then you get to the bottom part of this necklace, and you can see how the color, it gets a little bit brighter. This one, the green one, it does remind me of like a gorgeous sapphire or even a Marilani mint, right? I'm just, you know, referencing other gemstones as inspiration because, you know, Congo tourmaline, it covers a lot of colors, as you can see here. We also have diamonds, believe it or not. I know, so it's so easy to just look at the tourmalines and just forget about the diamonds, but this is not a small necklace. All of the diamonds combined here, we have 915 total weight. That's over 9 carats of diamonds in this one necklace. And I'm gonna try to hold it a little bit better here so you can see all of the stones facing forward, or at least to the best of my ability here. So again, there's a lot going on here. It is not easy to display. It is very dynamic, as you can see here. And again, a lot of different colors. Love to see it. Again, imperial topaz-like colors. And that one right there reminds me of one of the apple green tourmalines we've had. And some of these stones remind me of our, you know, color change diaspores, Marilani mint color, and here a gorgeous, you know, pink tourmaline is what it reminds me of, but every single stone here is insane. And to top it all off, if every single stone were evenly divided, every single stone would be approximately 968. So yes, there are 10 stones in this one necklace. This is a large piece. So of course, the price tag, you are going to expect something that sounds like $89,999. And that is where it started at. Here is a piece that, I did not think was possible. And at this point, I should probably learn my lesson that expect the unexpected, especially when it comes to TVON. I mean, you cannot just walk, you know, whatever into a jewelry store and go, hey, I want to see, you know, 10 Congolese tourmalines in one single necklace. They're going to be like, well, we have tourmaline, right? But nothing like this. Every single stone, so bright, so vibrant, so clean. And here's the thing. You can already tell from that initial price tag that this is not going to be a inexpensive piece. Tracy already has a price typed into the chat. And that's a lot of zeros, I will say. But if you would like this one, again, only we have it. I'm sure a lot of museums out there would love to just even borrow this to put on display for a period of time. But you know, we'd much rather you own this piece and wear it than it be on display in some, you know, dusty museum. I'm sure they're not dusty, but you know what I'm saying. Julie would wear it to the ball, right? This is, you know, if you wanted to wear this every day, I could see you wear this with a plain white t-shirt and jeans. I think maybe it could work. Again, I am the worst person when it comes to styling and fashion. It took, 25 years of my life for my mom to finally tell me that the one pair of shorts that I bought actually looked good. Every other article of clothing that I got, she kind of just, you know, gives me a raised eyebrow and, you know, low-key judges me, but, you know, it is what it is. I have a horrible taste of fashion and purchasing clothes. This is not going to be $59,999 either. In fact, every time I get ready to make a purchase for an article of clothing, I have to ask her first. But the pair of shorts that I got was the first article of clothing that I did not ask her. And she was very surprised. If you would like this, and again, keep in mind that whatever price we end up at, you are still taking the 10% off. I know, surprise, surprise. And if you get it in person, it's not everything you imagine it would be. If you think maybe it's even too big or even too small, you want to send it on back, that's perfectly fine. But please consider this piece. If you have this necklace, you aren't visiting the king, you are the king or queen, Ms. S says. Absolutely, the king or queen should be visiting you. We're gonna make this very easy. It's gonna be $39,999. 10 individual stones. Not perfectly matching, but I am okay with that because you have all of these different colors. And again, I'm sorry for the horrible presentation here, but you can see how bright the stones are and not perfectly matching in some cases, but I am okay with that. I would actually love if every single stone was not perfectly matching, because then it'd be like, you would be a complete show off, right? Be like, hey, Congolese tourmalines in all of these colors, well, I have them all in one necklace, right? I would be okay if these stones were not perfectly matching. In fact, I would hope that, you know, maybe they switch out the one next to my thumb for something different, right? Tracy says, I'm going to wear it to the pool. Probably not to the pool, but let me know on this one. Again, it is not a small piece. Let me actually bring it on over here just to show you guys what it looks like here. I mean, right? Every single stone is oh so visible, and I mean, it's just bright. It is a large piece, and I'm gonna do my best to show it to you guys up close because you saw how much this necklace likes to move around. So let's bring it up close and let me do my best to show you guys every single stone one by one here. I don't think it's gonna work. I think I'm actually gonna need the tweezers. Forgive me for the empty screen. I'm gonna zoom back just a little bit here because this is going to be a large piece, as you saw. And I'm going to grab here with my tweezers so you can see, you know, every individual stone. So starting with the brightest of the bunch, the brightest of the bunch right here with that gorgeous, you know, pink tourmaline-like color. And then next up, let me grab it again. We have our Maryland Lolly mint-like color with this one right here. Love to see it. I mean, this is one of those colors where you look at it and you just feel refreshed, right? I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel. And moving on into the actual body of the necklace here, you have a gorgeous, I would call it like a Turkish color change diaspora-like color here. And I actually think that I'm gonna have to zoom back out even more. So I'm gonna put this guy down right here. You can see all of the stones from the side. Is there like a limit as to how far away this, this camera can zoom back? I think we're gonna have to push the camera to its limits today. Let me just grab this piece in the middle right here again. Right? I mean, color change diaspora-like colors. Moving back over here, we have yet another bright green with a little hint of a golden color to it. And then over here, let me just try to grab it. Let me try to grab it over here. It's not working. Let me see. Let me see where I can grab it to make it actually look into the camera. So again with the greens, and then there we have our oranges. That reminds me of Imperial Topaz. And then back into the last of our couple of Congo tourmalines in the back, kind of a mix of the color change diaspora with a little bit more on the green side. So love to see it. And then behind that one, we have one that looks like our golden zircons in the far back there. So not perfectly matching stones, but every single stone is unique, which love to see it. And out of all of the stones here, the one that I actually did not expect to see two of would be the orange one right here. So we have two perfectly matching orange tourmalines right here, orange Congolese tourmalines. And even for this one, the one I'm, you know, trying to hold so that it looks into the camera there, that one right there, it does give me a faint hint of pink. So very reminiscent of our Imperial Topazes. And then back to the front, gonna try to grab it here. We have our other green one right there with a little bit more of, again, the golden greens. And I'm seeing a hint of blue in that one. Maybe just me and how overwhelmed I am with the necklace right here. But again, maybe that's just me. And back to the front. Again, forgive me for all of the flailing around here. We have our two brightest stones of the bunch right here. And here we are, back to the hand we go. And there we have it. This is our necklace here. And this is it, $40,000. We will still take off 10% from that price tag right there, the one right there. And you will be able to get this entire necklace. So call me if you like it. If you want to talk about it, let me know. Of course, already in our last hour here, but if you want me to stay for a couple minutes after the end of the show, I can of course stay around and chit chat for a while. And the necklace displays, I actually don't know. I didn't hear anything about that. I can ask about it though. I can ask with our shipping department there, but I did not hear anything about necklace displays, though that would have been really helpful for this one here. I actually do have displays here, but they're a little bit too tall for the up close shot, and then they're a little bit too low, I guess you could say, for the hand shot. So I can do some, you know, working around with the stands and this necklace, but if you want a picture of it, like you want a picture of every single stone, I can also of course go ahead and do that. But there it is, the grand tour of our Congolese tourmaline in a necklace. Let me know if you'd like to talk more about it, and if you would like to grab it, it is up for grabs. So call me on this one. And next up, let's go to the Mandarin garnet, the one in the saddle ring. I know we had the private collection one. a while ago. And here we have, I'm going to have to zoom all the way back in, up close, so that you can see our Mandarin garnet. This is 1125328. I did kind of bash on this one. Forgive me. I apologize to this ring. But, you know, despite all of its inclusions, despite not being in the private collection, I still like this one. I love a large ring. And for a long time, I've been thinking, you know, of the larger Mandarin garnets, we don't get too many. And I finally got my hands on one loose stone, and I was like, all right, I have to do it. Put it in the saddle ring. We've seen a lot of different designs, you know, single halos, some fancy diamonds on the side, but nothing quite like this one where it's in a large ring. This is our 1154 center stone. It is that bright, and now that you've seen the comparison with the private collection Mandarin garnet, this one, it is more on the reddish orange, I guess you could say, but it's not quite like specialite where there quite literally is like visible reds in it. It is just, it's brighter in terms of, I guess, the red content in the stone here. You've also got a carat 04 of your VS white diamonds in this ring right here. And you know I got to do it. I have got to block the lights there. And I mean, this stone is gorgeous. And not only that, but it is flashing oranges into the back of the band. Did you guys see that? I mean, it looks like the sun has set, but the stone has taken the sun. The stone has stolen the sun. It says, nope. Taking all the light here. And I will say, I would like to see this ring in the yellow gold. Any sort of Mandarin garnet, I do gravitate towards the yellow gold. Especially for this one, even though it's, again, covered entirely in diamonds, I would like to see it in the yellow golds just because of the prongs. And so for the Congo Tourmaline necklace, it was 10 stones total. 10 stones total. If you want, you know, better pictures, you know, up close pictures of each individual stone, I will go ahead and do that. No problem at all. I just want you to have the perfect look at the necklace. This Mandarin garnet, $13,999. Not going to be. And I mean, when you look at this ring, you guys know the saddle ring, you guys love it. You guys, you know, this is one of the most comfortable rings we do that is on a larger scale. And it does not matter if you have, you know, hands of a model. It does not matter if you have, you know, short pudgy fingers like me. This ring is going to be comfortable. You can wear it. It's not, you know, limited only to, you know, people with longer fingers, right? I love this ring. Every time I see a saddle ring with whatever gemstone in it, I have to put it on because I know how comfortable it is. And I just love it when we have so many diamonds in a ring and in the dead center of it, a gorgeous gemstone. It doesn't have to be Mandarin garnet. Again, I flash a Grandidierite. Doesn't matter if it's a large or small stone. I just love the saddle ring. And take a look at it on the hand as well. It's not my size currently, doing my best here, but that is an intense orange. You know, the other private collection Mandarin, it is a pure orange. If you want something with a more intense orange, go for this one. And even better is that this is not even going to be $99.99 today. Let me kind of loosen it on my finger here because it's really not my size. Let me actually move it over to my index. Again, no matter how you wear it, you know, it's true to size. I would love to see it in the yellow gold. That is just my personal recommendation because I do see these pieces in person. I'm gonna see if I can maybe block a light here. Doesn't really do much, but it's fine. It doesn't need much, right? You look at it and we've called quite a few of our Mandarin garnets in the last couple of weeks neon. And that is especially the case when you block the light. This is an included stone, by the way, guys. I know it's very easy to see our private collection Mandarin garnet and then just maybe assume that, oh yeah, every single Mandarin garnet they have, it's clean. This is an included stone, and yet look at what it can do. It's not $99.99. I only have this one. We do not have too many Mandarin garnets in this size loose. I don't expect us to go out to the next trade show and, you know, come back with bags and bags filled with larger Mandarin garnet stones because the price has gone up. If you would like this entire ring right here, right now, I mean, just look at it from the side. I mean, are you looking at the ring from the side or from the front right now? Because you saw it from the front, you saw what it could do. And then from the side, I mean, hello? What is it doing? This is kind of trippy. You know, if I didn't have my glasses on, I would have easily thought that that was the front of the stone. Just saying. Let's bring it back up close here. Take one more look at it. Again, true to size, it's just currently not in my size. And we're gonna make it $59.99 on our Mandarin garnet ring here today. If you would like to grab it, this is a large stone, a large look. Love to have it, love to see it. Call me now if you'd like to grab it. Saddle ring is incredibly comfortable. Does not matter who you are. If you like a larger ring, I'd say go for it. Try it out. If it's not, you know, if it's too much for you, that's fine. Send it right on back, but you have to try it out. So again, call me on the Mandarin garnet. That's all I have for Mandarins today. For the ladies, I do have one for the guys. So that'll be here in the last hour, which is now. Hello everyone. My name is Joyce, and thank you so much for joining me today. 10% off of everything shown today, which does include this necklace right here, which, you know, even from further away, this is a sizable piece. I mean, almost 100 carats total weight in all of your tourmaline. So again, I know I didn't really do a great job in presenting it, but if you wanted pictures of every single stone here, or just, you know, all of it together, just a picture, I probably will take pictures regardless because of how, you know, how unique this piece is. So let me know if you want to see it again, or if you want pictures of it. I mean, just call in and just tell us your contact info, and then we'll get pictures sent out to you that way. Yeah, last hour is here. Still have a couple of pieces. I mentioned Mandarin garnets for the gents, Windsor sapphire also for the guys, and Brazilian Alexandrite GIA certified. I guess no takers on the Tanzanite pendant for now, so I'll maybe save that for a later date here. And I flashed the black opal, and I'm just thinking, right? Like, could maybe be a pinky ring. I'm definitely thinking of a index finger ring with how large of a presence this has. And you can see the color change from here, where it's like a darker blue base, and you can see the bright green flashes. Like, I mean, I've never tried, you know, showing you guys a black opal from this perspective before, but I think I have to starting from now on. So black opal coming up next. Any requests are still welcome. Let's get right back to our Mandarin garnet and take a look before we move right along here, because this is blues and greens in the opal. And you saw it from a faraway distance. That is just crazy intense with all of the greens there. So love to see it. Let me grab my glasses here so I can actually see what I'm looking at. And any last minute requests are welcome. And Tracy says the saddle ring is very comfortable. Wore it all day the day I got it. I mean, again, it's not scratchy. It's just gold on your hand, mirror finished gold on your hand. Everyone who's watching, even if you're brand new, even if you've, you know, never registered, call in, get registered just for the saddle ring. It is iconic, especially here at TVON. I honestly think that everyone who shops here needs a saddle ring. Like, it does not matter if you wear like a size 5. I think, you know, at least try the saddle ring. It is so incredibly comfortable. You know, you can wear it on your ring finger, middle finger, and, you know, part of me is even thinking the index finger because of how sizable it is. So let me know on this one. And we're going to move along to our black opal in a ring that looks like that. And again, it looks very different from how I'm seeing it in person. But the most important parts are showing up, and that's fantastic. That is the bright neon greens. This is 112-5050. And this is in the platinum. You have your diamonds just paved into the side. And it is a larger style ring, and it is a ladies' ring. However, I think this is the first time I'm saying this, but gentlemen, I think this could potentially work as maybe a pinky ring. Just saying. This is our 511 center stone. 90 points of your white diamonds. Everyone's liking the Mandarin garnet. This is not a small piece, as you saw it from across the room. And this is actually very surprising for me myself too, because I naturally gravitate towards the black opals with a lot of reds in it, with a lot of different colors in it. And yet there was something about this stone in particular. The design may or may not have played a part in it, that I saw it and I was like, okay, wow, I actually have to grab it and put it on my hand. This is our $16,999 piece. When you have colors as intense as that, you know, it makes sense. It's not just a little, you know, tiny speck of a bright neon green. The entire stone, basically, you know, if you add up all of the green flashes together, it does turn into a bright neon green black opal. And let me actually just play around with it. I know I'm probably blocking too many of the lights there. You see a tiny dash of orange. And let's see what else is visible here. Again, a lot of the greens. You see some of the royal blues, some paraiba flashes of color. I mean, this is just blue and green. It's not going to be $99.99 either. And I would love to just show you guys what it looks like from the side. You know, very simple, elegant platinum wave from the side of the band into the front. This is what it looks like from the back. I mean, I just love every single angle of this ring, and even from the very back, you can see those blues trying to shine through. But of course, you are not going to see it from this angle. I mean, even from here, even from underneath the prongs, bright neon greens. This is what it looks like on the hand. It looks even better here. And you know, when I picked it up, the greens turned into this beautiful blue-green color, which at this point I should have learned my lesson. Should have taken a picture of it, but this is one of those pieces, like the cat's eye emerald, where you really just have to see it in person to really appreciate, you know, the true nature of the stone. You can't just look at it from, you know, here and just be like, oh yeah, that's okay. See it in person. If you don't like it, send it right on back. We're gonna still do 10% off, even if you don't decide to keep it. It's fine. If we lose more, that's fine. If you would like this one, it's not $99.99. Let's make it $6,999 to the very first caller who says yes. Because you see it on my hand, it is not small. This is, let me actually see. Let me actually grab the Mandarin. This is, I think this might be on par with the size of our Mandarin garnets in the saddle ring. I mean, the center stone is certainly larger there, but I mean, the overall size of the ring, it's very close. It's got some competition there. And let me move it over to, let's see, my index maybe. I mean, I would personally wear it here. I think it's large enough where you could. It's a very simple design, and I had a question at the very beginning, and that was, could you wear this as a pinky ring? Definitely yes on the index. Let me move it back on over to my pinky, and I don't know, because there's something about how simple this design is. It almost reminds me of a signet style. Again, it's not squared off, it's not, you know, covered in gold. It's got a pretty significant, again, center stone presence. And, you know, looking at it now, maybe not, but there's something about this design that is very different from everything else that I've seen so far. Let me move it back over to my ring finger here. And $69.99 on this one to the very first caller who says yes. And let's go back up close here. And speaking of stones with multiple different colors in it, I do have a bicolor tourmaline in a pendant. And let me actually start flashing some pieces here because I don't know if I'm able to get to everything today. So if anyone actually wants a color change diaspore, I know I mentioned it when I showed you guys the Congo tourmaline necklace because the color does remind me of it. I do have this one right here. Forgive the fingerprint. I do have that color change diaspore that I briefly flashed that looks like this. And out of everything in our inventory, this is the only color change diaspore ring that we have right now with pink diamonds. If you would like this ring right here, we're gonna make it $19.99, 100% color change diaspore. You're gonna forgive the fingerprint. But if you want white diamonds, pink diamonds, color change diaspore that is of a 576 center stone size, 44 points of your pink diamonds and 40 points of your white diamonds, $19.99 on this one. We will still size it for you. It just has to stay like it is for the gold color there in the white and the rose. And if you would like the largest color change diaspore that we have currently in our inventory, that is also a stone that I don't expect to see anything new coming in anytime soon. I do have a emerald cut 1336, also a color change diaspore. Again, forgive the fingerprint there. But if you would like this one right here, we're gonna make it $34.99 on this one. Yellow gold only here. This is our 1336 center stone with 66 points of your white diamonds. Simple single halo. $34.99 on this one. Let me know. And next up, we do have also, I mentioned Tsavorite earrings. These Tsavorite earrings are not itty bitty little baby stones. Both of the Tsavorites combined total 310. And they are emerald cuts, and they do look like this, a simple single halo of your yellow diamonds. If you would like this, has to stay like it is in the yellow gold. We will make it $35.99 on this one. Again, stud style. Post is directly in the center. Yellow gold only and yellow diamonds all around it. All of your focus is on the Tsavorite there. 310 total weight for the Tsavorites and a carat 09 total weight for your VS yellow diamonds. Let me know on that one. And we also do have bicolor tourmaline with also yellow diamonds. That it is a very sizable stone, and I just cannot believe that it is still here because it does look a little something like this. A gorgeous piece. Kind of goes into the purples there. So this is also here. Yellow diamonds around it, yellow gold only. If you would like this bicolor tourmaline pendant, we're gonna make it $94.99 on this one and still take 10% off there. Okay, I think next I have to show you guys the Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite earrings. I do actually have a couple pairs here. I do have a fancier cut. And I also have the Asher cut that I flashed the very beginning there. Mandarin garnet is still here. Let me know on the opal. And let's see here. I low-key want to bring back the largest blue zircon just for another quick flash, but I'm sure we've seen enough of that guy right there. And let's actually go on into our Mandarin garnet gent ring. use this little fella right here and bring in the gents ring. This one looks like that. Emerald cut, Mandarin garnet. This is 1125174. This is our 203 emerald cut center stone with 51 points of your diamonds. $69.99 is where it started. And this is one of those styles that I would wear. Voice is going earlier than usual. White, yellow, or the rose gold. If you want to see a Mandarin garnet in the rose gold for reference, we do have a pendant. Forgive the fingerprints here. We'll do our best to, or I'll do my best to clean it up here. And once you pick it up, we will clean it up for you even better. Mandarin garnets, you don't see them in the emerald cut. Why? They are included. This one, I will say, does have a little bit of inclusions in the stone here. So as I just kind of hold it up there, you can kind of see just a little bit of somethings here and there in the center of the stone there. White, yellow, or rose gold, $69.99, not going to be. This is, we don't have too many gents rings, and I get it. You know, you guys like to request gents rings, and my apologies for not having more. But here is where we do have one, and here is where you have a chance to grab a Mandarin garnet for yourself. Of course, Tracy Tanzanite earrings will be coming up next. I'll show the Asher cuts first, and then I'll show the smaller ones next. And this is also what it looks like from the side. So it is squared off, kind of has a signet style vibe. And then an undergallery from the back. You can see through the stone. Let me actually just grab it here so you can see through the stone and maybe just see, investigate. Are we able to see any inclusions here? I mean, undergallery certainly doesn't help, but let us see here. I mean, I'm not seeing anything. I might just have to look a little closer there, but I mean, it's a fairly clean stone. Bright orange color, love to see it. Squared off style, not gonna be $69.99. This is what it looks like on the hand here. Again, not my size either, but again, emerald cuts, this is why this is my favorite cut. It's because you look at it like this and it's like, oh yeah, it's a dark, you know, meh kind of stone. And then just kind of angle it just a little bit, and then suddenly the entire stone comes to life. And that is what I love about emerald cut stones. I mean, right, you just look at it, it's like suddenly it's, you know, nighttime, right? Not much going on. And then here it's like, oh, the sun is rising, or the sun is setting. But I just love how much fire the stone has. It's gonna be $29.99. Change the gold color if you want. I love it in the yellow gold. Ladies, if you wanna get this and wear it and make your husbands jealous, I'd say go for it. But I mean, just look at that stone. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that one pendant with the blue zircon and the Mandarin garnet. But here it is, our gents ring. And let's bring it back up close. Take one more look at it before we move right along to our Tanzanite earrings. And Tanzanite earrings gonna be larger first, smaller next. And Asher cuts first. Mandarin garnet here. Other Mandarin garnet still available as well. Gold quartz. I think it's still here. And let me know if you guys have any last minute requests. Of course, requests do take some time to be looked for, so the sooner the better. And we are now entering our almost last 30 minutes of today's show. If anyone is interested in a multi-color sapphire piece, I have a very unusual piece here. We saw this design not that long ago with garnets, but now we have it with sapphires. Yeah, I let it go and then it fell. I'm just gonna do this as a quick little flash. So we have cornflower blue, we have pinks, and we have yellow. 3 sapphire colors in one. This is 1119089. I just have to show this before we go. It's in the yellow gold. I really like it in the yellow gold. I would not change it, just because, you know, the yellow gold does work the best, I think, with all 3 of these stone colors. And every single stone is unheated, 1 3/4 inches from top to bottom. I think on the hand might be a little bit better look here. And I mean, these stones are not small. This is a really cool look, kind of reminds me of buttons. You have a diamond bezel set between each of the sapphire sections. Every single stone is vibrant, it is vivid, it is not included. And $39.99, it is not going to be on this one. Again, this is, earlier today we had a multicolored diamonds collection, and now you have the chance to get what might be 3 of the most popular sapphire colors in one piece. I can only imagine these as a pair of earrings, but unfortunately I do not have perfectly matching stones for these. If you would like it, we're gonna go under $2,000, not even going to be $19.99. Call me now if you would like this, because we're gonna make it $15.99 to the very first caller who says yes. And I just love it in the yellow gold. You can't really see it, but it provides just a very subtle, warmer backdrop to all 3 sapphires, which, you know, it works well, you know, for all of these 3 stone colors, especially for the yellow sapphire at the end there. But where else can you get $329 total weight, which, by the way, if they were split evenly amongst the 3, every single sapphire right here would be approximately 1.09 each. These are not half caraters, these are not 10 pointers, these are 1 carat plusers. And it's $15.99 for all 3 sapphires. Oh, by the way, there's also diamonds. There's also 48 points of diamonds, by the way, VS diamonds too. So, I mean, when you take that diamond weight and then you kind of do the pricing that we do that really should not be, it's basically under cost, and then you subtract that from the $15.99, and then you remember that, wait, you're not subtracting it from the $15.99 because you're still getting 10% off. Suddenly we are in hot water. So let me know on this one. This is also what it looks like on the neckline. And here we go. Again, not a small piece at all whatsoever. Every single stone shows up great. Doesn't matter what you are wearing. This is a fun little piece. You can wear it every single day if you wanted to. And $15.99 will make it yours. Let's go back up close. And Tanzanite earrings are coming up next. Mandarin, sapphires, we have a lot going on today. And let me just get the Tanzanite earrings ready here. Sherry, I'll try to make something. Yeah, we don't have too many left. I might have taken quite a few for pendants and earrings, but I will see what we have, and then I will try to help you out there. But of course, if you want to share, if you want to share yours, I'll do my best. Let me know on this one. And next up we have our bluing block Tanzanite earrings, starting with the larger of the two. This is our Asher cut bluing block Tanzanite. This is going to be 1125368. This is, I think this might be the largest that I have ever seen, come across. Popular cut, Asher cut, cannot keep these in stock, never could. From the moments we had them till now, you know, everyone's just loved it, and for good reason, right? It is a perfect flashy cut where you can see all of the red flashes. And it is that perfect cut where, you know, the color will be open. Gonna try to move these around here. 18K white gold on these only. And I mean, guys, I am looking at, you know, this one right here that I'm holding right here from the back, and I am seeing red flashes through the back of the stone. I'm gonna switch out my tweezers here so I can get a better hold on these, but I am looking at it. I am standing here looking through the back of this one, and the other one I am also seeing, and there are just red flashes visible from the back of the stone. I wonder if it'll show up on the, I mean, there, doing my best to, but I'm at an elevated angle right here, and now when I'm looking at it from the front, red flash. The entire side is just one solid red flash. Again, I wish, you know, one day maybe I'll have a camera that I can, you know, walk around with, but this is it. This is the largest blue wing block Tanzanite earrings that I have up here today. 3257 total weight for our Asher cuts, and a carat 35 of your diamonds. This is going to definitely catch some attention here. I mean, just looking at, you know, one single stone there, even if this one stone were in a ring, that would be quite a spectacular ring right here. 1.25 inches from top to bottom. The lever backs themselves are 1/2 inch. There is no backing to worry about. All you got to worry about is, do you like it? Which then gets us to the price. $39,999. Because, I mean, you just look at the carat weight, you look at the diamonds, you look at the quality, of course. TVON exclusive, you can't get these anywhere else. I'm gonna borrow this one and clean it up a little bit here. Now again, earrings, if these stones were split evenly, each individual tanzanite would be $16.28. We don't even get to have 1628 carat stones in rings. And here we have two perfectly matching stones in a pair of earrings of all things. This is what it looks like against the hand. I mean, if these do not go, I just have to petition that we take these apart and just make two separate rings out of it, because if these were rings, they would probably fly out the door, but you guys have said, you know, enough with the rings, right? Bring us some more earrings, some more pendants, some more bangles and bracelets, which I have been working on something. I might just have to ask them to take this apart. But you know what we all say? If there are two stones and they are as a set, they are sold as a set, they have been, you know, basically created from Mother Nature as a set, you do not separate the stones. If you wanted to get this pair of earrings and just, you know, just have the blue wing block D material, and, you know, further down the line you can turn them into rings, these do not have to remain as earrings for the rest of time. If you wanted to, you know, take off the backing and just put a band around it, turn it into a ring, that's perfectly fine. At least you have the blue wing block D material to work with, right? You know, maybe in a couple of years we'll come knocking on your doors, be like, hey, do you guys want to share any of your blue wing block D material? Right? It's not even going to be $19,999 on this one here today. Again, understand that this is not an itty bitty little stone. This is for one color, and truly, if you are a jeweler and you are watching right now and you're saying, oh yeah, I would love to have, you know, blue wing block D material, you know, and you could sell it for, you know, $40,000, I invite you to call in and grab them. And if you're a collector Yeah, and if you don't wear earrings, you don't have pierced ears, but you love the stones, I'd say just get it, right? And if you wanted to, you know, turn one into a ring and one into a necklace, you could do that. Again, these do not have to stay like earrings for the rest of the time. And let's go back up close while I hold one up to my ear here. This is a sizable piece. If you have, you know, smaller Tanzanite earrings, you could wear them in the secondary piercing. And I'm even thinking, we've had a lot of Asher cut Tanzanites in a 3-stone style. We've done yellow diamond studs before. If you have multiple piercings, you could wear these in the primary piercings and then wear those yellow diamond studs in the second piercing, and I think that would be perfect. I think it could go with your ring. But if you wanted to wear it by itself, of course you could. You simply do not see Tanzanites of this size in earrings. Let's go back up close and let's get to the final price here. And we're gonna make it $16,999 on our fabulous pair of blue wing block D Tanzanite earrings with all of the red flash you could ever want to have. I mean, this is it, guys. Asher cuts, they are popular. They do not stay here. If you wanted to get, you know, the pair of earrings, and if you wanted to maybe split half and half with maybe a friend, you know, a sister, right, your bestie, I mean, then technically the set would still be together, but in a more meaningful way, right? I'm just throwing ideas out there. I just think that these stones are too good to be here, too good to just be sitting here. I mean, that's, again, just a thought. If you wanted to, you know, turn them both into pendants, turn them both into rings, and share it with a loved one, I think that's an idea. I think that would be a very interesting idea, but it's doable. Why? Because you have the stones to work with. Listen, if you guys call me right now and you say, hey, I would like, you know, Asher cut Tanzanites, we don't have anything. We don't have any loose stones, not even a single stone, like a loose stone. I don't have anything in this size to make something for you guys. I wish I did, but I don't. So this is where you get the chance to grab blue wing block D Tanzanites Asher cuts in a pair of earrings before they are all completely gone and done. Let me know if you'd like to grab it, and let me get the other ones ready here. I do have a fancier cut. They are going to be smaller, and they do have a very interesting design about them, which I actually really liked. So here we go. I might just quickly flash it. And this next pair is going to be kind of like an oval shape, but it is a fancier oval shape. Again, feel free to take any screenshots, any, you know, screen recordings. This is it. Blue wing block D material. Simply just do not get to have anything like this, maybe in the next couple of days even. So get them now while you still can. And this is what the next pair looks like. So very similar style here, but significantly smaller in terms of the center stones here. So you can see here that they are fancier cuts. It's kind of like a mix between ovals, cushions, and emerald cuts. So many different stone cuts mixed into one right here. Call me on the Tanzanite earrings, and we are going to move right along here, say goodbye to those, and we will find out who is going to grab it here. Next up we have 1125378, and it looks something like this, and also something like this. Two perfectly matching fancy cuts. I've been loving the fancy cuts, as you can probably tell by all of the fancy cut Tanzanite pendants that I've been working on. This is gonna be 1125378, and this one is not looking into the camera at all. 14K white gold on this one, and you can see this might actually be a little bit of a preview as to what I'm working on, but I have been working on a pair of earrings that does utilize some of the overlap aspect. Again, it's been a couple of months. Don't know when they're going to be completed, but it's been a little bit of a different design project. 962 of your fancy cut tanzanites and 23 points of your white diamonds. That means each tanzanite is approximately 481, about 11 points in diamonds. And this is just such a unique take on a fancy cut and a fancy design. $99.99 is where they started. An inch from top to bottom and half an inch on the lever backs. There's no backing to worry about. All you gotta do is decide if you like them or not, and then we'll get them cleaned up and packaged and out to you on Monday. We're running out of time. Last 15 minutes are here. And Sherry, I agree, these are a perfect size. I know the other ones, probably not wear them every single day. You could, of course, but this one, I would say it's more daily wearable. And I'm just gonna borrow one just to hold against my hand here, just so that you can see that these definitely, you know, design-wise, you know, diamond weight-wise, you know, more on the simple side, more everyday wearable. And I just love how the tanzanite looks like it's being hugged by the gold and diamonds here. And $99.99, it is not going to be on this one. Make it quick and easy. Got a couple of pieces I still want to get to. We're gonna make it $49.99 on this entire pair. I mean, still no halo around it, but still such a large look on the ear. And truly, when you have TVON exclusive stones like this, I think you would want to have, you know, something around this carat weight range, right? So that it's actually visible when you're walking around, you know, showing them off, you know, flipping your hair, right? This is, I think, the perfect size to go with for earrings, especially for the fancy cut. And $49.99 will make them yours. Take off the 10% off at checkout. We'll go back up close and I will show them to you against my ear here. So again, it does not matter how you are wearing them, hair up or hair down, they will look great. And you can wear them every single day. They are not seasonal at all. I could see you wearing them in the middle of December and in the middle of the summer too. So let me know on these, $49.99, and let's go back up close, take another look at them. And I really want to get to the Windsor Sapphire, the gents ring. There's something about that Windsor Sapphire gents ring that, I don't know, I feel like I have to show it. And it's been discounted. Y'all know the drill by now. Call me on these Tanzanite earrings. Perfectly matched pair. Bluing block D material. And next up we have our last gents ring of the day, which so happens to be Windsor Sapphire. Also a stone that has multiple different colors in one. And it looks something like that. This is going to be 1123303. Going to zoom in just a little bit here. And I know I'm like a very visual person. I love to just, you know, I see these pieces and in my mind there's immediately a picture. This is our carat 09 emerald cut unheated bicolor Windsor Sapphire. It's currently in the white gold. And you also have 47 points of your white diamonds, white, yellow, or the rose gold. $79.99 was where it started at. And I just have to say, you know, when I saw this piece, a picture immediately popped into my mind. I just imagined myself standing in a field and the light, you know, there's light shining onto, you know, the grassy terrain, and that there is a storm in the distance. That is what I think of when I see this piece. And I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I just love it when, I just love storms. I just love it when the sky is like dark, cloudy and moody. It gives me something to look at, something for me to imagine. I quite honestly do not like the blue sky. I like when there's clouds, when there's, something to look at. Maybe it's just me, but I just look at this and I just see myself standing in a field, and the field is, of course, the yellow part, and the darker the teal colors is where you have your angry storm clouds in the distance. I just love this ring. And it's not going to be $79.99. Let's take a look at it on the hand here, not my size currently. But this is what it looks like. Again, a pretty sizable stone, emerald cut. You just have to love it. It's not even going to be $24.99 with all of this gold, diamonds, and a carat 09 unheated Winza sapphire. No two Winzas are exactly the same, by the way. I think I love Winzas because, again, I see the stones and immediately in my mind, like a picture just pops up and like a certain mood, a certain scenery is set, and it really gives a lot for the mind to just imagine. Compared to like, let's say, white diamonds, you just kind of look at it, right? You don't really think of anything. Again, maybe it's just me, but I just kind of look at white diamonds. I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice. But for stones like this, Winza sapphires, gold quartz, black opals, I just kind of look at it and immediately like landscapes just pop into my mind. And I love to just sit there and just like kind of stare at these stones and just kind of like zone out. But this is not going to be $24.99. We're going to make it $19.99 actually, if you would like to grab our last gents ring of today, $19.99, and still take 10% off at checkout. I mean, I just really like, again, the contrast with the bright yellows versus the darker, moodier teal colors, the blues, the greens, and the yellows. I just love everything about this stone, about this piece. Under gallery, yes, looks something like that. And even from the back, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, right? With how, how bright and dark the stone can get in the same singular stone. You have two opposite sides of the spectrum here. Love to see it. $19.99. Call me if you'd like to grab it. And let's see, I do have a couple other pieces here that I still would like to show you guys. If anyone is interested in a carat 50 blue sapphire in a platinum ring with a carat 33 of diamonds, that looks something like this. If you would like this blue sapphire, we're going to make it $34.99. Again, platinum, you can see all of those tapered baguettes. You can see that center stone is pretty sizable, being a carat 50 exactly. In the platinum, that royal blue color, love to see it. $34.99 on that one. And we also do actually have also a sapphire, but this time it is going to be a star sapphire. Looks something like this, currently with 2 stars. This one we're going to make $22.99 if you would like to grab it. Still with the tapered baguettes and the rounds here. Love to see it. It has to stay like it is in the platinum. But this one, $22.99 if you would like to grab it here today. Again, call your operators if you would like any more information, or if you want to see a full presentation on any of those pieces. And I think I just have to flash this one. I mentioned a Brazilian Alexandrite, GIA certified, and it looks something like this. I think maybe we have to present that one because it does have a cert. So let's move that guy aside there. And here we have our 1122049. This is our platinum Brazilian Alexandrite, GIA certified. Color change, of course. Carat 24 center stone, 85 points of diamonds, $99.99 was where it started. And we haven't seen this ring in quite a while, I feel like. And even then, it's been discounted. From $99.99 all the way down to $59.99. And I mean, that's pretty good already, pretty good. We're gonna do something even better. And on top of that, feel free to take off 10% at checkout. We're gonna make it $57.99. and take a look at the GIA cert. So that is the stone under normal circumstances versus a color change lighting. You have your green changing to a grayish purple. Geographic origin, Brazil. It is a natural stone. You have your carat weights and your measurements there. It is your oval, and again, Brazil origin. This is your cert. There's a picture of your stone. And there is your stone in the ring. $57.99 on this one. Let me know if you'd like to grab it. And let me also try it on the hand here. And that is what it looks like. Again, a lovely design. It's very different. It's not like your average double halo design, right? The negative space definitely does help. Center stone is there. It is present. It is showing off. And we don't get Alexandrites over the 1 carat size that often. You've seen smaller stones. You've seen stones smaller than, half a carat. We have those. But something in this size, in this quality, you just don't get to see them that often. So here it is. Let me know. Let's go back up close. You guys are all turning silly in the chat from all the sparkles. And let me just zoom back here because we are going to be building a recap wheel, and I'm going to be zooming back quite a bit because you guessed it, our resident blue zircon is going to be here as part of the recap wheel. I think he definitely has to take center stage here. Going to move the Alexandrite maybe back here. We also do have the Mandarin garnet from way earlier on over here. Because the way the wheel turns, it may or may not go out of frame, but that's okay. And I know I didn't show this, but I had flashed an andalusite, the largest we've ever had. It is a 907, GIA certified. Let me actually swap it out for the Alex here. If you would like our largest andalusite, which that is the price that you would have paid if you were to shop a private museum. If you would like this andalusite, we're gonna make it $99.99. Just know that it did not start at anywhere close to $99.99. Again, I flashed you guys the price tag that it would have cost you to get if you were to happen to stumble upon the private museum there. So just throwing it out there. And that zircon needs its own house, and no one will fit in the house with it. I think we need a separate wheel just for the blue zircon. Let's see, what else do we have here? We had black opal, gold quartz. Let's see. The green paraiba from the very beginning. I believe it might still be here. So I'll just toss it on up there in case you didn't see it. The green paraiba from the very beginning of the show for $19.99. I know now this one looks like a baby up there. The green paraiba is a 72 pointer. Now looks like a toddler up there with all the big boys. But here it is, our very, very strange recap wheel. Julie, we will have to check in the back on that one. If you want to call in, we can check for sure. But yeah, call us on that one, Julie, and then we'll see if we can help you out with that. But yeah, last couple of minutes are here. If you have any questions, again, feel free to call in. And we'll be here for a couple of minutes after the end of the show if you want to chat any of these pieces, if you want to talk the Congolese tourmaline necklace. And do not forget, tomorrow is Saturday, which means that Lauren will be back with you guys online on TV. Yeah, schedule is on our website, and 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern is when we start. If you are newer with us and you would like to know more about our scheduling, again, all of the information is there. I know we have a couple of different channels that I think switch from day to day. So everything is online, tvon.com. And I just wanted to thank everyone again for another fabulous Friday evening. And I'll be back again with you guys next Friday with some more big boys. And we'll see if any of my designs get completed by then. So looking forward to bringing you guys those again. And just wanted to thank you guys again for being here with me. And let's take a look at our recap wheel one last time before we go here. And again, blue zircon, someone has got to grab that blue zircon. I know it's not a small piece, it's literally a big boy, but I just think that, I would have never thought, and like very similar to the color change sphene necklace that we had not too long ago, that you never expect to see stones of that size like ever. And here we are right in front of you within an arm's reach. So call me on any of these pieces, and the Alexandrite is dancing on the wheel, I will have to say. So yeah, see if you want to call in. We can talk about any of these pieces. Talk to me on the blue zircon, of course. And if you're out, stay safe, stay hydrated, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys here, same time, same place, next Friday. And we will also see you tomorrow in the morning. So have a great day, guys.